Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again, and this is Matchday Live. Arsenal versus Fulham. It's match week 4. Arsenal will go back to the top of the table with a win here this afternoon. It's all going to be coming up the other side of this. So Matchday Live, as I say, Arsenal versus Fulham from the Emirates Stadium. It is going to be a really, really good game, I'm sure. Before we get into the team news, just to run through the games played earlier on this afternoon, there's been some crazy results, actually. The early game, Southampton 0, Manchester United 1, so 2 wins in a week for Man United. It was Brentford 1, Everton 1, so Everton still without a win. Brighton 1, Leeds 0. It was Gross with the goal there for Brighton. They were actually top of the league briefly with that goal. Chelsea 2, Leicester 1. Chelsea played a lot of that game with 10 men. Conor Gallagher got sent off, but 2 goals from Raheem Sterling were enough to give Chelsea the win. Harvey Barnes' goal, not enough for Leicester. And the big scoreline of the day, of course, record equally in Premier League win. Liverpool 9, Bournemouth 0. Yeah, Liverpool 9, Bournemouth 0. Diaz, Elliott, Alexander-Arnold, 2 for Firmino, Van Dijk, a Metham own goal, and Carvalho as well. And the other 3 o'clock game was at the Etihad. Manchester City 4, Crystal Palace 2. Palace did lead 2-0 at half time, a Stones own goal and Anderson. But in the second half, Bernardo Silva pulled one back and Erling Haaland got a hat-trick. So he's got 6 goals in 4 games in the Premier League. Manchester City won that game 4-2. Andreas, actually, from the Arsenal Women's Show, was at that game today. And he's done a vlog for us, which will come up on the channel later. Good game for him to go to, wasn't it? Not the result that we wanted, of course. But anyway, that was how all that finished there. So back to today then at the Emirates. This is the Arsenal Fulham team news. So for Arsenal, the first time this season, we've had to make some changes to the side. In goal, it's Aaron Ramsdale. The back 4 is Ben White at right back, William Saliba and Gabriel in the centre. And Kieran Tierney returns at left back. Zinchenko is apparently injured. In midfield, again, is another change. Mohamed Elneny comes in for Thomas Partey, again, is apparently injured as well. Granit Xhaka and Martin Odegaard. And then the front 3, no changes there. Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. On the bench then for Arsenal, goalkeeper Matt Turner, Cedric Suarez, Rob Holding, Takehiro Tomiyasu, Sambi Lokonga, Fabio Vieira could make his debut in this game, perhaps. Emil Smith-Rowe. Marquinhos as well is on the bench for the first time. He could make his debut as well. And, of course, Eddie Nketiah. So, for Fulham, then it's a return to the Emirates of Bernd Leno. I'm sure he's going to get a good reception when he comes out. The back 4 for them is Kenny Tete. It is Tosan, Tim Ream and Anthony Robinson. In midfield, Harrison Reed, João Palhinha and Andreas Pereira. And the 3 up front is Neeskins, Cabano, Bobby D. Cordova-Reid and, of course, Alexander Mitrovic, who's their top scorer. So that is the Fulham lineup today. So, yeah, 2 changes for Arsenal. And the first changes we've had to make so far this season. Big one, Thomas Partey missing. A lot of rumours were circulating, wasn't they, before the game? He wasn't going to be in the squad. He isn't in the squad. And they're saying it's an injury. Zinchenko also out as well, which is strange because yesterday at Arteta's press conference before the game, after training, he said that there was no fresh injuries. So I'm not quite sure where they got injured. They must have got injured falling out of the shower, as Kieran Tierney did earlier this season, but last season. So anyway, it is what it is. We're going to have to play as we are. Elneny in midfield. Elneny and Xhaka doesn't really work for me, I'm afraid, in midfield for Arsenal. Just not enough pace and movement, really. But anyway, we can't do anything about it now. This is the team that we've got, and this is what we're going to have to deal with in this game today. I've got a feeling we may well see Fabio Vieira actually later on in this game today. I do feel this could be the game to throw him in. Steve's put a very bold prediction in there, 6-1 to Arsenal. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I just think with the 2 players that we've got missing, they've been 2 of our best players this season so far, haven't they? I think it's a big miss for Arsenal. And Fulham are playing well, let's be honest. This isn't, this isn't maybe the Fulham side from the last couple of times they've been in the Premier League. I do think this is a much, much stronger Fulham team. They've got a good balance and they've got a goal scorer in Mitrovic who's banging the goals in. So I think it's going to be a big test for Arsenal today. I'm sure Bernd Leno is going to want to keep a clean sheet as well. to prove a point to Mikel Arteta that he wasn't quite what Mikel Arteta wanted in goal for Arsenal, even though I personally think he's a better overall goalkeeper than Ramsdale. So I'm sure he's going to have a point to prove today. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I really do. And I can't see Burton letting in 6 goals, if I'm totally honest. Let's hope not. Let's hope that's true, but I'll be surprised if it is. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about this midfield. Obviously, with El Neni and Xhaka, it's never really worked before. Obviously, Xhaka's been playing really well in a position when he can push slightly farther forward. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that today with El Neni instead of Thomas Partey there. We'll have to see how that happens. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Terry's in the chat. How you doing, Terry? Thank you very much for tuning in. He says, good afternoon, Rich. Looking forward to this one. This could be our hardest test this afternoon, especially. Now, no, you're right. I agree. I mean, we said last night, didn't we, when we chatted to Steve, the Fulham fan on the show, I thought this was going to be a tough game for us. Obviously, that was before we knew Partey and Zinchenko wasn't going to be playing. That makes it, as you said, even harder now. But I've got no reason to think we still won't win. I just think it is going to be a very, very tough game. Of course, a win, as I said before, will take us back to the top of the table. Currently, is Manchester City top following their comeback against Crystal Palace. And Brighton, surprisingly, are up there as well. They've got 10 points from their 4 games. A brilliant start for them. Unbeaten in 9 Premier League games, Brighton, a club record. They're certainly playing some good football at the moment, aren't they? But of course, everybody's going to be talking about Haaland's hat-trick, aren't they, this afternoon for Manchester City. Of course, he's going to be the headline maker, probably not for the first or last time this season, I'm sure. So, but let's hope there's a few more headlines to be made in this game this afternoon at the Emirates. It is going to be a big game, I'm sure you'll agree. Arsenal against Fulham. I say the opportunity to go back to the top of the league, playing at home. We had a good performance, didn't we, against Leicester 2 weeks ago. In our first home game, we just need to follow that up now with another solid performance and another victory. I did go, my prediction yesterday was 3-1 on the show yesterday. I'm not going to maybe change that too much at this point. I think we'll stick with 3-1. I think that's probably what it will finish. That's what I'm going to go for. Let me know your predictions in the chat as well. And let's see what the score is. Don't forget as well, today, of course, we have got Super Chats now on the channel. So if you do want to support us, please feel free to do so. That would be much appreciated. So we are about, what are we now? 5-6 minutes away from the kickoff here at the Emirates Stadium this afternoon. Arsenal against Fulham. It's the 5:30 kickoff again, isn't it? 2 weeks in a row for us. Of course, next week we're playing on Sunday, aren't we? Against Manchester United. Don't forget, of course, the Aston Villa game on Wednesday night as well. It's a busy week for Arsenal, isn't it? But ultimately, it is, could be a week that sees us pull away at the top of the table. We'll have to see. Obviously, in terms of previous meetings, Fulham have never won away at Arsenal ever in their whole history. They've played 30 games away at Arsenal and they've never ever won. 24 Arsenal wins and 6 draws. But of course, if you remember, the last time Fulham did play at the Emirates, which was just over a year and a bit ago, it was a very, very late goal, wasn't it? From if you remember, Eddie Nketiah, of course, who's on the bench today. He came off the bench that day, didn't he? Got a last gasp equaliser in that game to make it 1-1, and that's the closest Fulham have ever come to a win at Arsenal. Let's hope today that doesn't change. I'm confident that we'll win. We're in good form. Yes, we've got 2 big players missing. We know that, and it kind of makes you realise, doesn't it, that the squad depth, certainly in the midfield area, isn't really strong enough, is it? But there is still a few days left of the transfer window. Let's hope we can get something over the line over the next few days. Terry says, after my 5-2 win yesterday, I would love a 1-0 win now. I mean, at this moment in time, any win will do, won't, let's be honest. Take us back to the top of the league. We know it's going to be a tough game, so we just need to go out and do our job and get the victory. The teams are currently in the tunnel at the Emirates. Arsenal, of course, in the red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts and red socks. Fulham in their traditional home kit, which is, of course, a white shirt with black shorts and white socks, being led out by a captain today, which is Tim Ream, of course, the American, the actual club captain. Kenny is on the bench for them today. So Tim Ream is leading them out. Of course, just ahead there of Bernd Leno, of course, who we know very well. He knows this pitch very well. He knows the fans very well. I'm sure he'll get a good reception when he trots into the goal at the clock end. Martin Odegaard, of course, leading Arsenal out, captain this season. And I say those 2 changes to the side. Zinchenko is a big miss, isn't he? Because with Partey out, Zinchenko could have popped in midfield, couldn't he? and that would have been we maybe wouldn't have noticed Partey so much, but obviously he's injured as well. So it is Mohamed El Neni in the midfield today, alongside, of course, Granit Xhaka, who has been playing well. But I'm not sure if he's going to be quite able to get so advanced up the pitch in this game today with Thomas Partey out, but we shall see how that works out. So Arsenal then lining up here, getting ready for the kickoff. We'll just run through the teams again for you very, very quickly before we get started. So for Arsenal then, I say, as usual, Aaron Ramsdale is in goal in his yellow kit today. Very nice and smart that looks indeed. The back four then, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, and it's Kieran Tierney comes in at left back following that injury to Alexander Zinchenko. In midfield, it's Mohamed El Neni comes in for Thomas Partey, who's also out injured, alongside Granit Xhaka, with Martin Odegaard just slightly further forward. And then it's Bukayo Saka on the right, Gabriel Martinelli on the left. And, of course, Gabriel Jesus through the centre. Those 2 goals he got out, didn't he, last time out here at the Emirates. Let's see if he can add to that total today. So that's the Arsenal team for this game. And I say it's good to see Manquillos on the bench as well for the first time. Will he get his first appearance? Fabio Vieira as well was on the bench for Arsenal as well. So for Fulham then, this is the way the Cottagers line up for this game this afternoon. In goal, of course, we know him very well. Bernd Leno, of course, a German, only his second appearance for Fulham following that move. £3 million. What a bargain. Their back four is Kenny Tete, Tosin, Tim Ream, and Anthony Robinson, 2 Americans in their back four, actually. In midfield, then it's Harrison, Reed, and João Polina, who's been in great form, of course. Then the 3 just ahead of them, it's Neeskins, Cabano, Andreas Pereira, and Bobby Decordova-Reid. And, of course, up front, as we know, it is the Serbian Alexander Mitrovic. Of course, their top scorer this season, 3 goals for him already, 2, of course, against Liverpool very recently. So that's how Fulham line up then. It's going to be a test this for Arsenal, isn't it? Let's see how William Saliba gets on against Mitrovic. That's going to be quite an interesting battle, isn't it? He's in great start to the season, isn't he, William Saliba? Brilliant stuff from him so far. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on in this game today. And I say against the rather physical presence of Alexander Mitrovic. Now, apparently Mitrovic is one of the highest goal scorers in the Premier League, the current strikers that are playing. So everyone says he can't score goals in the Premier League. He has scored goals in the Premier League before, and he's got 3 this season. So he's definitely going to be a threat, isn't he, for Arsenal? We're just about to get ready to kick off. It looks as though we're having a minute's silence, actually, before the game. Everybody in the centre circle, of course, that is for, obviously, groundsman Steve Braddock. Of course, the great pitches at Highbury back in the day were all down to Steve, wasn't it? So really sad time it was. Of course, it was last week, wasn't it, where he sadly passed following a long battle with cancer. So, condolences, of course, to Steve's family and friends. But the legacy is there on the pitch for us all to see. His great work that he did over a number of years as a groundsman of Arsenal. So, here we go. We are just about to get underway. The Ashburton Army at the clock end are singing, getting behind the team. We want to see a lot of that today. I'm sure we will. The boys can put in a good performance and get the 3 points that we need to take us back to the top. We'll be 2 points clear at the top with a victory today. That will take us back above Brighton and Manchester City. Fulham are going to be kicking off. They'll be attacking the goal to our left, which is the clock end. The North Bank at Highbury, Emirates. Sorry, not Highbury. For those who are familiar with the stadium, so it is going to be Fulham to kick off here. We are just about to get off and underway in the late afternoon sunshine here in North London. Arsenal versus Fulham. The referee is waiting. The referee actually is Gerard Gillet. Don't know too much about him. He's one of the newer refs, isn't he, in the Premier League? Let's hope we don't know too much more about him at the end. Fulham getting a bit excited there. Their player over on the far side has already moved into the Arsenal half. It was actually Mitrovic. Gabriel Martinelli is trying to stop him, but Fulham have kicked off. We are off and underway here at the Emirates. Fulham in possession straight away inside their own half with captain Tim Ream. Plays it square to Tosin. That's a long ball forward up that far side, but it's an Arsenal head that gets there. Kieran Tierney it was. And the ball goes out for a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. We've played 21 seconds. Arsenal going to get a fast start as we have done in most of our games. Well, all our games this season, we've started well, haven't we? We've been the better team in the early part of the game, and we've got an early goal in all of them, haven't we? Let's see if we can do the same again today. Granit Xhaka is getting forward over on that far side. Arsenal's left, but the ball's gone out. In fact, is it a corner? It's an early corner there. Granit Xhaka's won. A little bit fortunate there, actually. Tried to deflect the ball out. It was a clearance by the Fulham defender, Robinson, I think it was. It hit Granit Xhaka, came back off the Fulham man. Arsenal have a corner inside the first minute over on the far side. Arsenal's left. Gabriel Martinelli is going to take this, curling it in with his right foot, an in-swinger. Arsenal have been dangerous from set pieces this season. He plays it short, actually, in towards Gabriel Jesus. He twists and turns inside the penalty area. Jesus pulls it back towards Martinelli. But in the end, it wasn't actually a great corner that. We're saying how great we've been from set pieces. That wasn't a great set piece at all for Arsenal. And Fulham have managed to clear the ball away. And now they've got a throw over on that far side in front of the East Stand. Terry says, at least with El Neni, you don't set the world on fire, but he'll give you 100% effort. No, he will. We know he's going to work hard for the team. It's just, has he got the quality to drive us forward in the same way that Thomas Partey has? I don't think he has. But let's see what happens. Hopefully he'll have a good game and we won't miss Thomas Partey too much. But Fulham have picked up possession again inside at their own half. The ball is now back again with Tim Ream. He's got actually plays the ball forward into the centre circle, looking for Mitrovic. Hasn't had a touch yet, the big Serbian. And it's William Saliba finds Ben White keeping his place at right back, despite Tomiyasu being fit, actually. Tomiyasu is on the bench again. And Ben White keeps his place at right back today. It was his ball there. It was too overhit and it ran all the way through to Leno. Gets his first touch. Back at the Emirates, of course. This is his second appearance for Fulham, and he looks like he might get the ball back again from Robinson here, but no, Robinson turns away instead and switches the ball over to that far side. It was a good ball, actually, but Kieran Tierney reads it well, heads it away, but Fulham pick up the ball again. That was with Tete over on that far side. Tete, I'm not sure how you say it. Dan's in the chat. How you doing? Hi, yeah, thank you very much for tuning up. You are well. Looking forward to this game, I'm sure. Nearly 3 minutes played at the Emirates. It is still Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. No real chances at all yet, actually. It's been quite scrappy, the opening period here. But Fulham trying to come forward now. Ball played across the box, actually, but it was well tidied up there by Ben White. He was looking for Cabana, actually. But good play that was from Ben White, good defending. And yeah, Ben White's now got the ball again on his near side in front of Arsenal's bench. That's a good ball up the line, looking for the run of Bukayo Saka. Good defending from Robertson, but Saka gets the ball back again for Arsenal, plays it in field. This is a good attack by Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, it was a good tackle on him, actually. But he dallied on the ball. It was it Harrison Reed? No, it was Tosin, sorry. Dallied on the ball. It was a good tackle initially. He took far too long, and Gabriel Jesus took the ball off him. In fact, it wasn't. It was Martin Odegaard took the ball off him, tried to thread it through to Bukayo Saka, but it was just overhit. It ran through into the arms of goalkeeper Bernd Leno, and Fulham are now trying to build another attack. It's Tim Ream, the American defender, plays the ball forward again, looking for the run over on that far side of Harrison Reed, actually, but Arsenal do defend that well. And now Saliba plays a long ball forward. But again, it's not a very accurate pass, actually. Fulham do pick the ball up again, but Arsenal won it back. It's with Granit Xhaka over on that far side. And a little tiny bit of sunshine over there, not shaded by the stand. El Neni now plays the ball up his near side, finds Bukayo Saka. That's a good take on his chest. Finds Ben White and then plays it back to William Saliba. Arsenal just starting to ping a few passes together now. It's been a bit of a scrappy start to this game. But Arsenal want to throw over on that far side. It looked like it might have been a foul, actually, there from Pereira. But in fact, I think it might well have been a foul, actually. I think Arsenal won a free kick, which Granit Xhaka takes, plays it square to Ben White, just inside at the Arsenal half. Now Martin Odegaard on his near side, plays up the line for Bukayo Saka. Goes back to Ben White. Arsenal just keeping some good possession here. starting to just settle down, find our feet in this game. It's been a rather scrappy start, but Arsenal coming forward now. Ben White finds Bukayo Saka on this near side. He's forced back again though and finds William Saliba. Got a little bit of space there, finds Gabriel. Gabriel's closed down quite quickly, but he pings the ball in to Granit Xhaka over on that far side in the sunshine in North London. Granit Xhaka on a bit of a run, but he's got no support, and in the end, he has to play the ball all the way back again to William Saliba. It's all Arsenal possession at the moment, but we're not really getting anywhere in behind the Fulham defence. It's the ball up the line. Martin Odegaard on this near side now. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Saka does well, gets past one challenge, can't get past the second one. In fact, he does. In the end, he wins the ball back well. It was good play there from Cabana initially by Fulham, but Saka won the ball back. And now Arsenal won another free kick. I think it was Tim Ream there. It was the American, Fulham's captain today with that foul. It was on Gabriel Jesus, came through the back of him there. Always going to be a foul and a free kick. It's just slightly to the right-hand side. It's midway inside at the Fulham half. Good opportunity to get the ball into the box or maybe try and create a chance. Gabriel Jesus is back to his feet, looking a little bit sheepish actually from that challenge. It's Martin Odegaard over this free kick with Gabriel Martinelli, as is usually the case. I'm not sure which one is going to take this ball. In fact, we've taken it square to El Neni. Now Kieran Tierney drills it to the far post. That's miles over hit. It's going to run out for a goal kick to Fulham again. Overcomplicating it there. We did the same with the corner just a minute ago. We overcomplicated that free kick as well. Rather than putting the ball into the box, we tried to do something a bit different, and it didn't work again. And it's going to be a goal kick to Fulham, which Bernd Leno is going to take. 6.5 minutes played here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. It's not been the greatest game so far, if we're totally honest. And there hasn't been any opportunities at goal for either side. Arsenal have had more possession, but not really created anything at all yet. Bernd Leno takes his free kick square short, and Fulham can now try to bring it out of defence with Ream. Does well, actually, but again, he's falls back to Tosin. He plays the ball into midfield. It wasn't a great ball, actually. It's picked up there by Bukayo Saka. He's found Gabriel Jesus. Tries to get it back. Saka inside the box, but Tim Ream's across. Clears it out, and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal. In fact, it was Tosin with the clearance there. Arsenal are looking a little bit more dangerous now, coming forward over on that far side. Granit Xhaka finds Kieran Tierney. Can he get past the fullback? He does. Cross into the near post. Gabriel Jesus sticks out a leg, tries to divert it towards the goal, but it goes wide. And it is going to be a goal kick to Fulham. Arsenal just starting to turn the screw a little bit there, just put Fulham under a little bit of pressure. It was a poor clearance actually from Tosin there. Bukayo Saka done well. Gabriel Jesus tried to get the ball back to Saka, but Tim Ream was on the cover and cleared it away. But this is a little bit better from Arsenal. We've played 8 minutes now at the Emirates. It is still 0-0. Fulham now looking to build an attack there, and they've not really been in Arsenal's half yet. Tim Ream plays it back again to Bernd Leno. He's made his debut, of course, last week in that 2-2 draw against Brentford. I know it was a 3-2 victory for Fulham, wasn't it? Brentford came back from 2-0 down to 2-0, and then Fulham got that late winner with Mitrovic. Fulham have now got a throw on this near side, right in front of Mikel Arteta's technical area. I'm sure he'd want to take the throw himself if he could, Mikel Arteta. He does get very involved, doesn't he, in the game. Marco Silva there just applauding his team, trying to get a little bit more out of them. But here's a Fulham throw on this near side, plays it in to Mitrovic. That's a good take from Mitrovic, actually. Brings the ball out to the far side. This is dangerous from Fulham, actually, inside the Arsenal penalty. Shot comes in, it's deflected wide by Kieran Tierney, I think it was. It was Decordova-Reid. Good play from Mitrovic, actually. He did well there from that throw. Really good control there. Did well, held off 2 challenges and played the ball over to that far side. Fulham's right to Decordova-Reid, and his shot there was deflected behind by Kieran Tierney. It's a corner over on that far side to Fulham. Their first corner, their first real attack, actually. A corner comes in now towards the edge of the area. Shot comes in the edge of 6-yard box, over the top of the crossbar there. It was, actually, I'm not sure it was who had that shot. In the end, it was Paulino, actually, with that shot there. Corner to the edge of the 6-yard box. And it was a first-time shot there, fired over the top of the crossbar from Fulham's summer signing. So we've played almost 10 minutes now at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. That's Fulham's first real opportunity at goal there, their first corner. But Arsenal now got the ball back in at the Fulham half. Kieran Tierney over on that far side. Can he get a cross in? He does well initially, but good defending actually there by Fulham. They managed to deal with that pretty well with Tete, and now it's going to be a goal kick again to Fulham. Ball runs out of play. Arsenal haven't really found our flow yet. in these opening 10 minutes at all, actually. You know, is it to do with the players that we've got missing? Is that causing us a few issues, maybe? But we certainly haven't got our flow going yet at all. It's been quite a slow start from Arsenal, but it is a goal kick currently to Fulham, which Bernd Leno is going to take all in blue. The Fulham goalkeeper back at the Emirates so soon after leaving, actually. I'm sure he's been looking forward to this game all week, and that's a long clearance there up that far side. And Gabriel is just going to let that run out for a throw to Arsenal. Gabriel doesn't, in fact, take it. He leaves it for Kieran Tierney. And it is going to be Arsenal back in possession again. And Aaron Ramsdale at the other end in all yellow. The two goalkeepers, of course, know each other so well. Worked together, didn't they, last season when Aaron Ramsdale arrived from Sheffield United. But anyway, Kieran Tierney is going to take this throw for Arsenal over on that far side. In the only sunny side of the pitch, actually, there's a tiny bit of sunshine still, not shaded by the stand as we move in to early evening here in North London. The ball's now back with Bernd Leno inside Fulham's penalty area. He kicks it long, deep into the Arsenal half. Mitrovic is underneath it. Mitrovic wins his header as well, as you would expect him to do. But Arsenal do pick up the second ball, and Kieran Tierney will now play it back to Aaron Ramsdale. The battle of the Arsenal goalkeepers in many ways, isn't it, today? We'll see who comes out on top. Neither goalkeeper's been tested yet. We've played 11 and a half minutes. It is still 0-0. But Arsenal in possession now. William Saliba striding forward for Arsenal towards halfway. What a start he's made to his Arsenal career. Took a long time, didn't it, for him to make his debut? But now he's in the team. It's almost impossible to leave him out the way he's been playing. Kieran Tierney now over on that far side finds that Gabriel Martinelli is going to run at Tete here. Can he get past the fullback, the Fulham fullback, the Dutchman? He can. Gets a cross in, but it's a little bit over hit, actually. Bukayo Saka is going to retrieve the ball. But again, he's forced back again. Ben White then lost the ball back up the line again. It still hasn't gone out, actually. Bukayo Saka's battling away for it again. And he does well, Bukayo Saka. He's come away with the ball just inside the penalty area. Finds Martin Odegaard back again, looking for Saka. He was bundled over in the box. Optimistic shouts for a penalty there. I don't think it was. But that was really good play from Saka. Won the ball back. Lovely ball back to Martin Odegaard. He tried to put Saka back in again, but under a little bit of pressure there, and he went down. He may have got a slight nudge. It definitely wasn't enough for a penalty. And I don't even think VAR are checking it. William Saliba now in possession for Arsenal inside Arsenal's half, plays it square to Gabriel over on that far side. The big Brazilian defender. He's had a good start to the season as well. Just 2 goals conceded by Arsenal in the first 3 games. They both came here against Leicester last time out, didn't they? 2 sloppy goals, actually, and a game that we were in complete control of and almost made it difficult for ourselves. That's a long ball forward for Martin, looking for Gabriel Jesus, but Bernd Leno's there. Grabs that ball just on the edge of his penalty area and then throws it out to that far side to Tete, the Dutch defender. And Fulham now trying to play it out from the back. They've not really threatened too much there. There's that one opportunity from Decod over Reed, which was deflected behind by Kieran Tierney. And Fulham now have got a throw over on the far side, just inside their own half. But this was the moment just before looking at that penalty then. It wasn't a penalty at all. It was good defending, actually, from Pereira. It was from Paulina. It was actually just managed to get a touch on the ball, brushed Saka aside. And Fulham now trying to come forward themselves, but Gabriel steps in now. Bukayo Saka again, very central, actually. This is a good run from Bukayo Saka. Plays the ball out to that far side to Gabriel Jesus. Is he going to find himself? And Odegaard plays it back in towards Bukayo Saka. Good defending at the near post there from Tim Ream. But Arsenal picks up the ball again over on that far side. This is much better from Arsenal now. Granit Xhaka tried to thread the ball back to Martinelli. But Fulham, again, have defended pretty well so far, you have to say. They're working hard, Fulham, defensively. Martin Odegaard now finds Bukayo Saka just on the edge of the Fulham penalty area. Plays it back again to Odegaard, the captain. Plays it to the far post. There's a little bit of space for Gabriel Jesus. Plays it back in. Shot comes in. Oh, it's wide. Granit Xhaka, I think it was. Gabriel Jesus did really well there, actually. It's a lovely cross initially from Martin Odegaard. Found Gabriel Jesus at the far post. He had a little bit of space, touched the ball back to Granit Xhaka, who maybe will feel he should have done a bit better there. A lovely ball that was there. Nice play from Gabriel Jesus. It was a right foot volley from Granit Xhaka. Would have been a great goal if he could have got that right on his right foot. but he couldn't quite repeat what William Saliba did last week with his weaker foot by curling it into the top corner. It's gone wide. But getting forward again, Granit Xhaka. So the change of personnel with Thomas Partey out hasn't really altered Granit Xhaka's position on the pitch too much in the early stage of this game. He's still getting forward quite well as he has done in the opening 3 games as well. But Fulham now looking to come forward themselves. That ball should be dealt with by William Saliba, and it is twisting and turning at the Frenchman, and then plays it off the Fulham player Dendon Reid, and it has gone out for Reid. Sorry, it has gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal, which Aaron Ramsdale is going to take. We've played 15 and a half minutes. It's been 15 and a half quite scrappy minutes for the most part. Arsenal have been largely in control in terms of possession, but apart from that one shot just then from Granit Xhaka, we haven't really created any opportunities yet. Bernd Leno hasn't been tested at all in the Fulham goal. William Saliba now is in possession. He's had a lot of the ball. The young Frenchman plays it square to Gabriel over on that far side. Can Arsenal find a breakthrough? The 20-minute mark seems to be the time that we've scored a couple of goals this season. Let's see if we can do it again. Bukayo Saka now in possession on this near side. Just manages to keep the ball in, touches it back to Ben White, and now it's back with Saliba. Fulham forcing us back, actually. They are defending pretty well as a team. They're pressing us high up the pitch course. If you watched their show last night, Steve, the Fulham fan, said that's what they would try and do, and they have done. But Arsenal now looking to break that press. That's a good ball for Martin Odegaard. Finds Bukayo Saka on his near side. Can he get a crossing? Good defending there, actually. Really good defending from Robinson, the American fullback. But Arsenal again have picked up the second ball as Elneny won that back, and now Arsenal in possession with Gabriel. Very central. He's got Kieran Tierney over on that far side. He finds Kieran Tierney, dinks the ball into box. They're looking for the run of Granit Xhaka. Again, he's getting into the box quite often, isn't he, in this first half? But that time, Fulham again managed to clear the ball away. Martin Odegaard loses out there in midfield. But again, Arsenal pick the second ball out as Elneny again steps in. He's had a good start to this game, Mohamed Elneny. Bukayo Saka now on this near side. Plays the ball square into Elneny again, gets it back. Bukayo Saka running at that Fulham defence, plays it square to Martin Odegaard on the edge of the box. There's a free man over on that far side. It was Kieran Tierney, but Fulham again managed to get a leg in the way. But Arsenal again have won the ball back high up the pitch. Martin Odegaard trying to thread it through again, and again it falls inside the box to Martinelli. Kicks it over the goalkeeper, but it's gone wide. In fact, it was Martinelli. It was in there. Fulham couldn't get the ball away. Martinelli found himself inside the penalty area. There was an opportunity there. I think it was Martin Odegaard with the ball. In fact, it wasn't. It was Gabriel Jesus pinged it forward. In fact, it was a Fulham defender came across. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Almost fell there to Martinelli. His eyes lit up there. But it was actually really good defending by the Fulham fullback. Tete there managed to come across. And it's going to be a corner to Arsenal on the near side. Bukayo Saka it is with this set piece. Plays it into the near post this time. But Fulham head it away only as far as Martin Odegaard. Arsenal picking up a lot of second ball in at the last 5 minutes or so, but Arsenal been forced back again, and now the ball's back with Aaron Ramsdale, who goes long up this near side. It's headed out though by Robinson, the fullback. But Arsenal pick the ball up again. Martin Odegaard on the edge of this penalty area finds Bukayo Saka on this near side. Can he line up across? He plays it back instead to Odegaard. Looked to get the ball into the box, but he was forced back by Paulino, and it's now gone out to the far side instead with Granit Xhaka now. Kieran Tierney. Granit Xhaka again putting a little bit of pressure, and he's forced back to Gabriel. Arsenal keeping possession pretty well, but again, we are struggling to create too many goal-scoring opportunities so far in this game. We've played, I say, 18, nearly 19 minutes. William Saliba now in possession, plays it square to Gabriel and gets it back again. William Saliba pings it into midfield to Martin Odegaard. Mo Elneny lays it off again to Saliba. Nice little play from Arsenal, nice little triangles, but again, not really making any progress up the pitch at all. But maybe we will now. The ball's over on that far side. Kieran Tierney in the tiny little bit of sun that's still left over there. It's a great ball in actually there from Granit Xhaka from that far side, looking for the run there of Gabriel Jesus, but Bernd Leno's out to collect that ball. Good play that was from Arsenal. Kieran Tierney then found Granit Xhaka. That was a nice ball actually, looking for the run there of Gabriel Jesus, but Bernd Leno read that well and grabbed the ball. And now Fulham again are trying to play it out from the back. But again, that's a loose ball, but they have won a throw just inside their own half over on that far side. Kieran Tierney nipped in there to win that ball, and it is going to be a throw to Fulham. We've played almost 20 minutes here at the Emirates. It's been a bit of a slow game, if we're totally honest. Lots of drama in the Premier League earlier on today, but not much drama so far in this game, it has to be said. Still very early days, of course. But I say the 20-minute mark tends to be when we normally fire. Bukayo Saka there was looking to put Gabriel Jesus away just outside the penalty area. But again, it's good defending from Fulham. You have to say they've defended very, very well in this opening 20 minutes of this game. And Arsenal have struggled to really create too many opportunities. But it's not that we're not really moving the ball sometimes quickly enough in that final third. But Granit Xhaka now tries to play the ball through to Gabriel. But again, Fulham will pick it up and looking to build a counter-attack. Mitrovic showing his strength there to hold off Granit Xhaka. And he keeps possession well for Fulham, but they are forced back. Good pressing that was there from Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli. But now Fulham do find a way out. It's Robinson on his near side. He does well, actually, the American. Plays it forward as well. And Fulham now coming forward. And they're going to win a throw on this near side. It was good defending, actually, from Ben White there on that particular occasion. But Fulham have got a throw on this near side, which Robinson is going to take, the American fullback. So 2 Americans in the starting lineup for Fulham today. Of course, there's one on the bench for Arsenal, well, isn't there? Matt Turner looking still to make his debut. But suddenly there's a little bit of space on his near side for Gabriel Jesus. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty area, but he's held up well again. Good defending from Fulham, but he finds Bukayo Saka on the edge of the box. Plays it back to Martin Odegaard. Saka in the box. Oh, he couldn't quite get his shot away. Good defending, actually, from tossing there. Just got the block in as Saka looked like he was just going to fire that shot in from about 12 yards. But good defending again from Fulham. You have to say they are making it really, really difficult for us to get any clear-cut opportunities there. But that was probably almost a moment there. Gabriel Jesus, it was with a run. He was held up initially, actually, by Tim Ream, who did well. Saka, though, exchanged passes with Odegaard. He was just about to get a shot away. That's a great foot, actually, from Tosin there. He made a mistake a bit earlier, but he certainly defended really well there. Got his foot in there to stop Bukayo Saka from getting a shot away. And it remains 0-0 midway through this first half. Gabriel now in possession for Arsenal, deep inside the Arsenal half. Goes back to William Saliba, just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Not under any real pressure. Managed to find Ben White. And he's going to get it back again. The big French defender finds Gabriel. Pings the ball in to midfield, which is taken by Gabriel Martinelli, but he's actually lost it out there. And Fulham are now coming forward again. Martinelli wins the ball back. Does he? No, the referee says unfairly. And it is going to be a free kick to Fulham. I think Gabriel Martinelli showing his frustration there at losing the ball initially in that move. And then he just got a little bit too excited there. He went through the back there of Cabana. And it is going to be a free kick to Fulham in what could actually be quite a dangerous area, actually, for Fulham. If they can get the ball into the box, we know how dangerous Mitrovic is from a good delivery. It's going to be Pereira with this set piece. Obviously, Mitrovic is in there. He hasn't really had any service at all so far in this game. He's done well to hold the ball up on a couple of occasions, but he hasn't had any opportunity to score. But this could be the first chance. It's going to be Pereira with this free kick midway inside the Arsenal half. In fact, he just goes short again. And that's a ball played in to the box there from Paulinho, but not a great ball. Now Ramsdale could have comfortably collect that without too many problems. And he tried to kick the ball out early, but it doesn't go particularly well. He's done that before, hasn't he? In fact, it hits a Fulham player. In fact, it is Mitrovic who's gone down. It was the clearance from Ramsdale, must have hit Mitrovic in the face, possibly. And he's gone down the Serbian. It must be quite serious to knock him over. He's a big fella. In fact, it hit him straight in the face from very, very close range, actually. That would have been a sore one, but he's back on his feet again. It'll take more than a little football to get Mitrovic out of the game, I'm sure. And I think Arsenal will be looking to restart the game. There's a few of the Arsenal women actually in the crowd there. Leah Williamson, of course, England captain, Katie McCabe, Leah Walty, Manu Abochi. In fact, most of them look as though they're there, which is nice to see. Viv Miedemar's there as well with Lotta Woober-Moy. Of course, it's 2 weeks tomorrow. The WSL kicks off. Manchester City against Arsenal. Of course, that's going to be a great game. We'll be going to that game. We'll bring you some vlog from that. It's going to be good. We're actually going to bring you 2 vlogs today as well. We've got obviously a vlog of this game, which Steve is doing. And also as well, Andreas has been at the Manchester City Crystal Palace game. He's done a vlog of that for us as well. So we'll put that on the channel for your enjoyment as well later on today. So loads of great content as always on the channel. So please like if you haven't done so already, and please consider subscribing to the channel as well if you are new here. We will be covering the Arsenal women as always once the season kicks off. Fulham actually briefly in behind. Good defending again from Saliba. He looks like he's not under any pressure whatsoever, even when it looks as though he is under pressure. He's so cool. Martin Odegaard, though, plays a good ball out to that far side to Kieran Tierney. He's got some grass to run into in front of him, but maybe does a little bit too much there, actually. And it was good defending again from Tete over on that far side, and Fulham now can try to come forward themselves. In fact, this is good play from De Cordova-Reid, but Tierney does win the ball back. And now it is back with Aaron Ramsdale inside at the Arsenal penalty area. Plays it to William Saliba. We've played 25, nearly 26 minutes. It hasn't been a particularly good game this so far. It's been quite disappointing, if we're totally honest. But Arsenal certainly had the majority of the possession without really creating too much in terms of opportunities at goal. And Bernd Leno hasn't had a save to make yet, which I'm sure he'll be happy about. But we certainly want to be testing him a bit more than we have done. Ben White now in possession for Arsenal on this near side, finds Bukayo Saka up the line. Saka gives it back to Ben White. And he plays the ball in to midfield to Kieran Tierney. He drops into that Zinchenko position. Gabriel now plays the ball forward. This is good from Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus. It was going to go to Martinelli. In fact, it was Granit Xhaka stopped that pass, but he did give it back to Martinelli. Now Gabriel Jesus pings across towards the far post. Bukayo Saka's there, heads it back down towards the edge of the 6-yard box. There's no Arsenal player attacking that. And again, Fulham managed to get the ball clear, but only as far as William Saliba plays it in to Martin Odegaard. He's got a little bit of space. The captain for Arsenal finds Ben White on this near side. Again, now Arsenal are forced backwards, just keeping possession, looking to try to pull that Fulham defence apart to create a big opportunity to take the lead here, but so far unsuccessfully. In fact, Gabriel Jesus had a poor touch there, but he's won the ball back. Great work again from Gabriel Jesus. What a player he is. Mohamed El-Neni now in possession for Arsenal. He's got Gabriel Jesus outside him again, plays the ball up line. Granit Xhaka tried to play it on to Kieran Tierney, but it was cut out again by the Fulham defence, but Arsenal take that throw quickly. A ball's played in now. Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty. It's going to be the moment. Oh, good tackle again from Tim Ream at full stretch. The Fulham captain, Gabriel Jesus, looked as though he was in just for a second over on that far side. A quick throw from Arsenal. A lovely flick, actually, from Martinelli. He was onside, Gabriel Jesus, in behind briefly, but good defending from Tim Ream, actually. Again, he's had a decent start to this game, the Fulham captain. It was the first touch from Jesus, slightly took it a little bit too far ahead of him, actually, to be totally honest. But anyway, it was good defending from Ream, but it is going to be a corner to Arsenal over on the far side. The last couple of corners haven't really worked too well, have they? Let's see if this can be a better delivery. We've got Saliba in the box. We've got Ben White in the box. We've got Gabriel in there as well. We know he can score goals from set pieces, Gabriel. This corner from Martinelli, whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. In fact, it hits the top of the crossbar. Bernd Leno was putting a little bit of pressure there, but it just bounced off the top of the crossbar, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. I don't know whether or not he was trying to score Martinelli, but he did get a lot of whip on it. In fact, look, it almost would have beaten Bernd Leno, actually. He wasn't expecting it to curl in that much, and it's hit the top of the crossbar and gone behind for a goal kick. That's probably the nearest there's been to a goal, actually, although I don't think it was actually meant as a shot at goal, but it almost produced an unexpected lead there for Arsenal. But Fulham now bringing a ball out of defence, a ball up that far side, looking for De Cordova-Reid, but Arsenal win the ball back, and now it almost fell there to Gabriel Jesus, but again Fulham do manage to tide it up, and now they can come forward themselves. Actually, Robinson breaking forward on this near side. That's a good ball to Cabana, has done well there with faced by Ben White, cuts back inside. Can he get across? And he can. Looking for the head of De Cordova-Reid. It was on the edge of the 6-yard box, but he couldn't direct it towards the goal. And it's gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that was a rare attack from Fulham. A decent cross, actually. And De Cordova-Reid couldn't direct that header on target. Comfortably wide of the post. and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We've played nearly half an hour here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0, and you have to say neither goalkeeper has been tested as yet. Game hasn't quite fired into life yet, but Mitrovic now looking to make something happen for Fulham. That's really good play actually by the Serbian. He's so strong on the ball, isn't he? But he looks like he thought he was fouled there, and instead Arsenal got a counter attack over on that far side. Gabriel Jesus, will he get there first? He does get there first. Great work rate again from the Brazilian, and then he's fouled on the edge of the penalty area. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. He wasn't even favourite to get that ball there, Gabriel Jesus, but he made it his, and he's won himself a free kick. And now Mitrovic is complaining about that earlier challenge on him, which he felt was a free kick, which wasn't given. We'll see this again. Gabriel Jesus cuts back inside, and he was caught there by a toss-in, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. In a dangerous position, just on the edge of the penalty over on that far side, Arsenal's left. I'm not sure if the angle's quite there for a strike at goal. It's probably going to be a cross into the box, which I think Martinelli is going to take. A good ball in here could lead to this early goal, or not early goal, but a lead for Arsenal before half-time. Gabriel Martinelli with his free kick right on the edge of the Fulham penalty area. Oh, that's over here. That's a poor free kick, actually. Gone over the top of the crossbar. Set pieces today have been really poor. You know, we've been praising the work the set piece coach has done, but today it's not worked at all. We've been terrible from set pieces, and that one there went harmlessly over the crossbar, and it's going to be another goal kick to Fulham, which Bernd Leno is going to take. 31.5 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. Not the greatest game of football so far, it has to be said. Bernd Leno goes long with this goal kick for Fulham, deep into the Arsenal half, really deep actually. Saliba was underneath that, and then Gabriel wins the second header, but Fulham have picked up the loose ball, tried to knock it forward again, but that's good play from Granit Xhaka, wins his header, but he was crowded out by two Fulham players, but Martin Odegaard, picks the ball up, and now it's Mohamed El Neni, and Saliba plays it to Gabriel. Arsenal play their way out of that rather tight situation there, it has to be said. But Arsenal now can come forward themselves. Saka on this near side, pings the ball in to the middle. This is good play from Arsenal. Surely that's a foul. In fact, the referee might play on. Bukayo Saka's in. Bukayo Saka's in on goal inside the penalty. Bukayo Saka. Oh, great save from Leno. That was nearly the moment for Arsenal. A shot from Kieran Tierney from distance gets deflected. That was almost the moment there for Bukayo Saka. The ball was maybe slightly fortunately fell to him, actually. It has to be said. Like it was a foul just before. He was onside, got the wrong side of the defender. Lovely little cut inside. That's a good save from Bernd Leno, actually. A really good save from the German. The first real opportunity on goal for either side. Bukayo Saka it was. But Leno came out, spread himself well, makes the block. That's a really good save, actually. And now Arsenal coming forward again. Martin Odegaard. Are we going to get this breakthrough before half-time? It's been a very, very tight game, this. Not much in it at all. Two unbeaten sides, of course, remember, coming into this game. And if Arsenal win, we will go back to the top of the table. There's only been that one shot on target from Bukayo Saka, the only shot on target in the game so far. And that's a long ball that's just going to drift out for a goal kick to Fulham, just in front of their fans at that clock end away to our right. But Saka there, outfoxed by his older teammate Bernd Leno there. Did really well there to cut inside Bukayo Saka onto his left foot, his favoured side. But in the end, Bernd Leno read it and got the block in. And now Fulham can try and come forward themselves. But Jesus puts Ream under pressure, but he does get it back to Bernd Leno. You have to say Fulham have defended really well in this first half. You have to give them credit for that. Anyway, long ball played forward, looking for the run of Cabano on this near side, but it runs all the way through to Ramsdale. In fact, Gabriel has been put under pressure there from Mitrovic just outside the Arsenal penalty area, but he does just about manage to get the ball out off the Serbian for a throw to Arsenal, just in line with the penalty area on that far side, which Kieran Tierney is going to take. Arsenal's left, throws it into Granit Xhaka and plays it up the line. It's flicked on by the head of Gabriel Martinelli, and it's gone off the Fulham defender, and it's going to be is it a free kick or a throw to Arsenal? I'm not quite sure what the referee's given. In fact, it was a free kick. which has been taken quickly. William Saliba now striding forward into the last 10 minutes of this first half. Very, very tight, cagey first half. Not a lot of goalmouth action at all. Just that one shot on target a moment ago from Bukayo Saka, which brought the first save of the game from Bernd Leno, of course, on his return to the Emirates today. It's a throw on this near side to Arsenal, which Ben White is going to take the full right back for Arsenal, plays it back to Martin Odegaard, gets it back again and goes back to Saliba, and he plays it to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal keeping possession well, but again, not really forcing any pressure on that Fulham defence. And every time we have looked like we're going to create something, Fulham have defended the spaces really, really well, denied us the opportunities, and it's been a little bit of a stalemate this game, it has to be said. But can Arsenal find this breakthrough? Last 9 minutes of this first half, this ball played out against this near side by Bukayo Saka. It was him with the only real opportunity so far, but he loses out there to Robinson, who strides forward for Fulham, and they've just won a free kick. It was a foul there. It's going to be the first yellow card, actually, which I think, was it Ben White? It was Ben White there, stretching to try to win the ball back from Robinson, who was getting a breakaway there. And it was a bit of a cynical foul, actually, inside his own half from Ben White. And it is a yellow card for the former Brighton defender, his second yellow card of the season. Took one for the team there, really, just to deny Fulham the opportunity for a counter-attack. But they do have a free kick. Robinson plays it short to Pereira, tries to ping it to that far side, looking for Decordova-Reid. But Arsenal do get it away now. Granit Xhaka finds Kieran Tierney. He's got a little bit of space over on that far side, plays it in, but Fulham managed to win the ball back, and now they've got a chance of a counter-attack themselves. That's a good ball to this near side. A good touch, actually, by Cabano on this near side. He's going to run at Ben White. He's inside at the Arsenal penalty area now, plays it back to the edge of the box. Shot comes in from Pereira, but it's over the top, and it is going to be a goal kick, of course, to Arsenal. But again, Fulham have come forward when they've not attacked very often in this game, but when they have, they've looked pretty dangerous, actually. It was Cabano there, did well, cut back inside, found Pereira on the edge of the box, and very similar position to where William Saliba scored last week, but his finish was nowhere near that quality, and it flew high over the crossbar into the North Bank. Now Arsenal in possession over on that far side. Kieran Tierney with the ball, plays it back to Gabriel, now square to Ben White. Got a lot of space. Fulham aren't really pressing us so much in our own half. It's when we get into the Fulham half that they're putting us under pressure, and they've made it really difficult for us to create anything in this game. Saliba, though, finds Ben White, plays the ball in to Bukayo Saka, looking for a little bit of space there, but he can't get clear of the Fulham defender. And in the end, Arsenal forced backwards again. Gabriel now in possession over on that far side. The sun's now disappeared completely behind the stand. And we have got a nice shaded pitch, which I'm sure will be a lot cooler for the players. It's been a warm day today. Gabriel now in possession for Arsenal, pings it up that far side to Kieran Tierney, into Granit Xhaka, gets it back again. So it's Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli on that far side. He's got a run now at the Fulham defender, Teti. Can he get across in? He's inside the penalty. He dinks it across the edge of the 6-yard box. It comes to the far post. It finds Ben White. Does it? No. Again, Fulham are there to clear it away. And they almost got a counter-attack there with Mitrovic. This time he is fouled by El Neni. And this time Fulham do get a free kick. That was a good cross, actually, there from Gabriel Martinelli over on that left-hand side. He did well initially as well. It was a good cross to the far post. It was always going to be tough for Bukayo Saka to get a header on target. He managed to head it back down into towards the 6-yard box, but in the end, Fulham do manage to get the ball away. And it is now a free kick to the visitors just outside the centre circle inside the Fulham half. It was a foul there on Alexander Mitrovic by Mo El Neni. And it is going to be tossing with the free kick. Goes long through the middle, but that's over here. It's just going to be comfortable into the arms of Bernd Leno. 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. But Bukayo Saka has got clear down his right-hand side. Played a 1-2 with Martin Odegaard, but Robinson's there again. He's played well, actually, the left-back for Fulham. Anthony Robinson, the American. He's had a good game against Bukayo Saka, and he's just won himself a throw in there for Fulham. Right on his near side, down by the corner flag. Coming into the last 5 minutes of this first half. Frustrating first half. Not the greatest game of football, it has to be said. But anyway, there's a long throw there, flicked on by Mitrovic for Fulham, but it only falls to Gabriel. and he plays it all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. Now it's in to William Saliba. And then William Saliba plays it square to Gabriel. Arsenal done this a lot, moved the ball from side to side, but not really getting any further up the pitch. Gabriel again, just over halfway for Arsenal. Can he find the ball? No, he can't. Not a ball forward anyway. He found Kieran Tierney, gets it back again. Gabriel. Now it's back with William Saliba and now Ben White. And again, he's forced back. Arsenal have been forced back a lot of this first half, it has to be said. And you've got to give credit to Fulham for that. Now it finds Martin Odegaard on his near side. A little bit of space for the Norwegian. He drifts infield. That's not a bad ball square, actually. And Arsenal now ping it out to that far side. Kieran Tierney, can he get a cross in? He plays it square instead to Gabriel, now Mohamed El Neni. Again, it's with Kieran Tierney over on that far side. In fact, it's Granit Xhaka this time. Sorry, Kieran Tierney got off on a run into the penalty area, but the ball's played back again. And it's a ball played in to Martin Odegaard. Now, Bukayo Saka on his near side. Arsenal going to get a goal before half-time. Saka cuts back inside. He's done pretty well there, Bukayo Saka. Again, it's Robinson there making life difficult for him. Was that a foul? But the referee says carry on. Martin Odegaard in possession. Now he's fouled, is he? No, he isn't. And Fulham can come away on the counter-attack again. This is an opportunity for Pereira to have a little run there, but good defending from Gabriel. But it's a throw to Fulham on this near side. Stop that counter-attack there. Robertson in the chat there, he says, come on you Gunners. Indeed, come on you Gunners. Let's see if we can get this goal. It's been a very tough game this for Arsenal. We had a feeling it was going to be, and Fulham have played pretty well. It looked like a foul actually on Martin Odegaard, and just a bit earlier, but anyway, it wasn't given. And the ball now is up this near side. Pereira putting Ben White under pressure, looking to see if he can win a corner for Fulham. But he doesn't. It's a goal kick. Good defending from Ben White there. Nice and strong against Pereira, the Brazilian. Andreas Pereira for Fulham. That goal kick's played short to El Neni now. Gabriel's got a little bit of space to bring the ball forward. Fulham have only had 65 successful passes in this first half. But they have restricted us to just one shot at goal, one shot on target, which was that Bukayo Saka effort, which was well saved by Bernd Leno. So they're doing something right, Fulham, even if it's not a passing game. That ball's played forward actually to Granit Xhaka, plays it across the box, but it's cut out. In fact, I think he may well have been offside, Granit Xhaka, anyway. And in fact, he was, and it's going to be a free kick to Fulham. We are into the last 2.5 minutes of this first half. It's been a tough watch as well. Actually, it's not been the most exciting game. But it is still 0-0. Arsenal have been much the better team, but not able to create any real clear-cut opportunities at all. Mitrovic now holds the ball up really well, actually. William Saliba right behind him, but he's done well, Mitrovic there. Done really well. And in the end, 3 Arsenal players it took to take the ball off him, and then Bukayo Saka wins a free kick. Mitrovic appealing for a foul on himself, which he doesn't get. And Gabriel Jesus is just getting involved there, actually, with Polina. Not quite sure what happened there. I'm sure they're talking to each other in Portuguese. And Gabriel Jesus is needing to be held back by Martin Odegaard. Not sure what happened there, actually. The focus was further up the pitch and what was happening with Mitrovic and the foul on Bukayo Saka. Not quite sure what's happened here. The referee is now trying to sort it out. He's calling both the 2 players to him, which is Pereira. No, it says Polina, sorry, and Gabriel Jesus. And is he going to produce a yellow card for either of these 2 players? Mitrovic showed really good strength, actually. Held off 2 Arsenal challenges, and eventually it was Gabriel Jesus actually won the ball back. And then it was a foul by Polina, and then Gabriel Jesus didn't like it and got involved when he didn't need to. And I wouldn't be surprised if they both receive yellow cards here. There's a yellow card for both of them. Yeah, I think that's the right decision. A sensible refereeing, actually. Well done to Gerard Gillet there. He booked both Polina and Gabriel Jesus, which was a right decision. They didn't need to really get involved with each other at all there. Don't quite sure what Gabriel Jesus was thinking there. Terry says that was more of a card than White. Well, yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, Ben White was for, he stopped the counter attack, didn't he? And that's got to be a yellow card when you do a foul like that, I think. But yeah, anyway, that cross comes into the box. Again, it was looking for Jesus, trying to get him behind. It's headed away, though. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. We're into the last few seconds of normal time at the end of this first half. There's not going to be much stoppage time, actually, because there hasn't been a lot of stoppages. This could be Arsenal's last opportunity to get a goal in the first half. We've scored in the first half of every game so far this season. We've got 1 minute of stoppage time if we're going to do the same here. Short corner this time to Martin Odegaard. Plays it back to the edge of the box to Mohamed El-Neni. Thinks across towards the far post. The header comes in back across the 6-yard box by Gabriel Jesus. But again, it's hooked clear. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Jesus wants to take it. He wants to get involved in everything, doesn't he, the Brazilian? But Fulham deal with that one, go long. But again, there's no Fulham player up there. They're certainly not threatening a goal, are they, Fulham? They're just quite happy to sit back and play for the draw at the moment. And so far it's worked for them. You have to say we're into the last few seconds now of stoppage time at the end of this first half. A very, very disappointing first half overall. But Arsenal coming forward again. Can we get the goal right at the very end? Martin Odegaard now plays it to Ben White on his near side, pulls it back to the edge of the box. Granit Xhaka into Gabriel Jesus. Again, he's got 2 defenders around him. The shot's blocked. And Fulham should complete the clearance, but they don't particularly well. Martin Odegaard there goes in with a high foot. And it is going to be a free kick to Fulham, and that should be that at the end of this first half. Once Fulham put this ball back into play, you would imagine that the half-time whistle goes. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. It's been a very frustrating first half for Arsenal. Lots and lots of possession, lots of passes, but very few clear-cut opportunities. In fact, only one shot at goal that came after about half an hour. Bukayo Saka got in behind the Fulham defence, cut back onto his left foot, but it was a good save by Bernd Leno. And that's as near as we've come to a goal from either side. Martinelli did hit the top of the crossbar with a corner, but I don't think it was meant as a shot at goal. Gabriel Jesus going off there, chatting to the referee. Not quite sure what the issue is there. He doesn't seem very happy at the moment with one thing or another, the Brazilian. But it's probably just frustration, because it's been a very frustrating half. Lots and lots of possession from Arsenal, lots of passes, but very, very few clear-cut opportunities. Fulham have defended their penalty box really, really well. You have to say Tim Ream's been outstanding for them. The fullback, Anthony Robinson, as well. The 2 Americans have been outstanding. Tosan's had a decent game at the back as well. And Bernd Leno's made that one save. So not really good enough from Arsenal in the final third, it has to be said. We need to do better in the second half if we're going to find this breakthrough. It has been a very, very difficult, tough first half from Arsenal. But it's still all to play for, isn't it? And I say we'll take a 1-0 win, a scrappy 1-0 win. And sometimes, that's what it's about, isn't it? We're not going to play well. We're not going to have free-flowing football. We've got a couple of players missing every week. We're not going to be able to play like that, are we? The important thing is that when we don't play well, when we are slightly off it, we still manage to find a way to win the games. And that's what we've got to do here. We've got to find a way to win this game in the second half. It isn't going to be easy. Absolutely not. It won't be. But we need to see what we can do, and hopefully we can get the goal. And I'm sure if we score a first goal, we may well go, especially if we get it early enough in the second half. I'm sure we'll go on and win this game reasonably comfortably, because Fulham aren't offering anything at all in the attacking third. Just one real shot from them as well, which was an effort from Decordova-Reid, which was deflected wide by Kieran Tierney-Pereira. Had a shot from the edge of the box, which went miles wide as well. But that's been it. So, yeah, frustrating first half. Not the greatest first half of football, we have to be honest. But ultimately, we've got to find a way to win these games. A lot of teams are going to come to the Emirates this season, get people behind the ball, try and defend for their lives, and hope for a goal on a counter-attack or a set piece. And that's exactly what Fulham have set out to do. And you have to say they've done it well in that first half. It is half-time here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. Not really a great game so far. Terry says they're disappointing, but Fulham defended really well. They did, yeah. Need to up the ante in the second half. If we want to, exactly, that's what we've got to do. You're 100% right, yeah. We need to move the ball a little bit quicker in that final third. Try to pull the 2 central defenders out of position, because they've been really, really solid. But I don't think we've quite done enough, have we, to create that big opportunity. It's just that one chance in 45 minutes of football for all the possession, all the passes that we've had, isn't really good enough, is it? We do need to improve that aspect of our game in the second half. I'm sure we will, because we have to. But we'll see what happens. It is still very much in the balance, this game, but yeah, it hasn't been the greatest game of football. Probably hasn't been the greatest game of this weekend either, has it, in the Premier League? Because there's been some incredible games earlier on this afternoon. But let's hope we can find a way to win. That's the important thing now. And if we can do that, it's happy days, isn't it? I'll take a scrappy 1-0 all day long. These are the games that you have to win. And these are the games in the past that we've struggled. We haven't managed to break these teams down, or we've conceded a stupid goal and then we end up losing or drawing. This is what we need to improve today. And this is going to be a big test this second half to see how far we have moved forward with this team. Be a really good. It's a good test as this second half is going to be. If we can come out of this with a win, then that goes to prove that we have got that right mentality. We can win these sort of games. We have to do it a lot more regularly, but at least this will be a good start. But let's see what the second half brings, because it's still. I'm sure we'll create a few more chances. I'm sure the game will open up a little bit more in the second half, and we just need to be a little bit more clinical when we get our opportunities. Really, just that one from Saka that we had. So that there is the first half. Not the greatest first half, as we said, but. I'm sure the second half will improve. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea, so stay with me, and I'll be back very, very soon for the second half. It is half time. A bit disappointing, actually. Not the greatest game. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. It's been all Arsenal possession, not many chances. And as Terry rightly said, we need to do better in the second half. Let's hope that we can, and we can find a way to win this game, and that will be a great result if we can. So join me very, very shortly for the second half. Stay with me. In the meantime, please give it a like while I'm going for a cup of tea. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe as well, because it'd be nice to have you on board with all the news shows and everything else that we're doing, all the great covers that we're giving to Arsenal, all levels of Arsenal. The women as well will be starting that next week as well. So loads coming up. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back very shortly for the second half. Stay with us. I'll speak to you very soon. So we're back ready for the second half. Got me a cup of tea, ready to go. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So not the greatest first half, was it? A bit disappointing actually overall, if we're totally honest. But let's hope for a better second half. This season so far, you have to say we've played better in the first half of games, not so well in the second half generally. Let's hope today it's going to be the opposite then. Not that we played badly in that first half. It's just that we've just lacked a little bit of speed around the box, haven't we, and sharpness. And Fulham have defended well, as we've said. And sometimes you have to accept that. The team that you're playing against need to get credit as well for their performance. And I think Fulham certainly defensively have been really, really strong in this game. So yeah, let's see what the second half brings and see what happens. But we need to do better, don't we? If we're going to win this game, make it 4 out of 4, and move back to the top of the table. Nice cup of tea there, lovely stuff. We're a couple of minutes away, aren't we, from the start of this second half? Let's hope Arsenal come out with a little bit more energy, a little bit more intensity in the second half and really push on. And yeah, let's see if we can get the win. I'm just going to put a thing on Twitter, that's all. So we can get a few more people joining us. Let's see. So yeah, let's have a look at. Give me 2 seconds. And see if we can get this working. Here we go. So yes, so we will be back very, very shortly, I say, for this second half, which is going to be good, I'm sure. In fact, the Arsenal women have had a walk around the pitch at half time, which is really nice. Leah Williamson, of course, with her medal from the Euros. I'm sure they've got a great reception from the crowd. We will, of course, be seeing them in action here 2 weeks tomorrow at Manchester City, the first WSL game of the season. And, of course, on a Friday before, we will be doing the first Arsenal women's show of the new season with the usual gang on: Andreas, Amar, possibly Matt. We have got a new member of our team, actually, Jason, who's going to be on the show this season as well. So looking forward to his contributions. The teams are now out for the second half here at the Emirates. It is, I say, still 0-0 in this game. Not really surprising the way Fulham have defended, and Arsenal not really been good enough. James says another good game from Xhaka today. Yeah, no, Xhaka's playing well. He had another good first half. He's in good form at the minute, isn't he? Terry says this could be the first time Arteta this season needs to earn his money if we want to win. Yeah, let's see what half time. Let's see what he's done at half time. Let's see what different scenarios he came up with on the little board today. What drawings he made at half time. But it's going to be Arsenal kicking off, attacking the goal to our left in the second half, the North Bank. I say for those familiar with the Emirates, Fulham all in white tops, black shorts, and white socks. Arsenal in the traditional red shirts with white sleeves, white shorts, and red socks. We are back off and underway. The ball goes back to Aaron Ramsdale in normal fashion. Hits it up this near side, flicked on by Granit Xhaka. As James rightly said there, good first half from him again. He is playing well at the minute, Granit Xhaka. You have to say, I think he's been playing well for a while, if I'm totally honest. And Terry says, yeah, that was definitely the worst 45 minutes so far this season. It was, although I suppose it's difficult to say because I didn't think we played particularly in the second half against Crystal Palace, if I'm totally honest. We did manage, of course, to break away and get the second goal. But, yeah, it's certainly been the worst game. And, you know, Fulham have contributed to that by their negative tactics, really, just sitting everybody behind the ball and, you know, what have you. So, yeah, it's been difficult for us. But these are the games, as I said, we've got to find a way to win because we're not going to, teams aren't going to roll over and let us win, are they? Let's face it, they're going to make us work for it. And this is what we're going to have to do. We've got a throw now in the attacking third of the pitch over on that far side. Bukayo Saka took it quickly, actually. Ben White was just going to pick up the ball, but Saka got another ball, and now he's coming forward himself. Finds Gabriel Jesus, looking again for Bukayo Saka. Gabriel Jesus plays it back to... cross comes in, was it William Saliba there? Oh, Ben White, sorry, but straight into the arms of Bernd Leno, who would have enjoyed his return to the Emirates so far, certainly. He's made one good save. Not had an awful lot else to do, if we're totally honest, but he held that cross well there, and he's just rolled the ball out to Tim Ream, his captain. He plays it into midfield to Mitrovic, who was caught there by William Saliba. And this time Mitrovic does get his free kick. He complained a bit in the first half that he maybe didn't feel like he got the amount of free kicks that he perhaps felt he deserved, but he certainly couldn't have too many complaints with that one. He got that free kick, and Fulham will restart the game. Saliba just maybe getting a little bit too tight there, a little push in the back, yeah, just clipped him. So yeah, and he's gone down as though he's been shot, which is what he's done quite a lot today for a big lad. But he hasn't. I don't think he's played that badly, if I'm totally honest. I actually think he's had an all right game. But he just hasn't really got the service. He's now getting some treatment actually on the pitch, which it didn't look like the injury was as bad as all that. But anyway, he is getting some treatment now, and it's going to delay the taking of this free kick. So we'll see exactly what happens from this set piece. So Fulham haven't really offered any kind of threat going forward, have they, in this first half? It's been pretty much all Arsenal possession. But anyway, Mitrovic is now walking off over to the Arsenal fans over on that far side, who've given him a nice welcome, as you'd expect. And he was giving them a little bit back as well, the big Serbian. I'm sure those Arsenal fans wouldn't be saying that if they didn't have the safety of the football stadium in between them and where he was, actually, because I'm sure he would. He's quite an intimidating looking character, isn't he, Alexander Mitrovic? You know, Fulham take that free kick when it's headed away by Kieran Tierney, but Fulham do pick up the loose ball that time, only as far as Ben White. That's a good ball to Martin Odegaard. Finds Bukayo Saka over on that far side. Bukayo Saka can't get past Robinson again, who's played well, actually, the fullback for Fulham. Been really, really impressed with him today, his performance. Anthony Robinson. Don't know too much about him, if I'm totally honest, but he's certainly produced a really good performance so far in this game today. Kept Bukayo Saka pretty quiet, you have to say. But Arsenal in possession again, Martin Odegaard. Saka, Martin Odegaard again, just on the edge of the box. And again, it's a good play there from Robinson. Actually, wasn't. That was actually from Cabana. That cross comes into the far post. Martinelli's up, but Bernd Leno should collect that, and he does. Again, good goalkeeping from the big German. It was a ball played across there. Martin Odegaard initially couldn't quite get the cross in. He was held up, but then it came back out to Gabriel Jesus. It was Martinelli won the header at the far post. Tried to head it back towards Granit Xhaka on the edge of the 6-yard box, but Leno was there, and now Fulham are coming forward with Pereira over on that far side, just on the edge of the Arsenal. That's the ball in towards Mitrovic to sort of cross he loves, actually. He got something on that as well. Actually, wasn't it? It was Decordova-Reid. I do apologise. And his header, that's the sort of cross, actually, that Mitrovic should have been on the end of for Fulham. That's the sort of ball he loves. In the end, Decordova-Reid couldn't direct it in towards the goal. It's gone over the top of the crossbar. But if Mitrovic is going to get service like that, he could cause us one or two problems in this second half, actually. Anyway, Fulham have conceded a free kick in Arsenal's defensive third, a foul on Ben White. He goes back to Aaron Ramsdale, plays a long ball up towards halfway. Gabriel Jesus loses out to Tim Ream in the air. Arsenal doing the ball back again over on that far side, and Arsenal now want to throw in Tim Ream again. A good solid performance from the Fulham captain today, it has to be said. Good play from him, and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Ben White takes it, throws it up the line, looking for Gabriel Jesus. Was he fouled there by Robinson this time? He was. And Arsenal's attack is going to be brought back for a free kick. Gabriel Jesus has gone down. It is actually a yellow card for the American Robinson. So I've been pretty impressed with how he's played, actually, but he was a little bit rash there. That wasn't a great challenge, it has to be said, actually. It's probably worth a yellow card, certainly. Maybe a little bit more than a yellow card. It wasn't enough for a red, but anyway, he has got booked, Anthony Robinson. And that's his first yellow card of the season. But a great performance it has been from him. Anyway, I also got a free kick over on that far side. It's just about in line with the penalty area. It's going to be Martin Odegaard to whip this in with his left foot. Could be an opportunity for Arsenal. We've played 51 minutes here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. Let's see what this free kick can bring. Martin Odegaard in low in towards the near post. The shot comes in on a turn from Martinelli, but it hits one of the Fulham defenders, and now there's a counter-attacking opportunity on it. Cabana, he's got Pereira in the centre. If he can find him, it could be an opportunity for Fulham. He took too long, and then he's tripped over his own feet. If he'd played that ball square, Arsenal would have been in trouble, actually, because Pereira was free. But the Fulham player there took too long. Now Mitrovic from the edge of the box tries a shot from distance, but it goes high over the crossbar. But that was an opportunity there for Fulham, actually. It was Cabano there with that breakaway from the Arsenal free kick. He showed a lot of pace, got away from Ben White, I think it was. And then if he'd squared the ball there to Pereira, he would have had a one-on-one with a goalkeeper, and surely he would have scored. In fact, he tried to at the last minute and then kicked it off his own foot. But he had the opportunity to play that a bit earlier, actually. That's a wasted opportunity for Fulham, it has to be said. Which, good news for Arsenal, because you do feel this is a game where if Fulham were to score first, we would find it extremely difficult. Because I say we haven't created a lot of chances. So, anyway, Bukayo Saka over on that far side. Now, Robertson's been booked. He might get a little bit more joy, perhaps. Bukayo Saka. El Neni now in midfield. Strange ball, actually, back to Kieran Tierney. But anyway, he heads it back to Aaron Ramsdale. And Arsenal can try and get another counter-attack going of their own. William Saliba over on that far side. Switches the ball to this near side, long ball looking for Gabriel Martinelli. He pinches it actually off the defender there, Martinelli. Now Martin Odegaard's got Bukayo Saka outside. He tries a shot, Odegaard. Good save from Leno again. It's a second save he's had to make, the German. He does well, and he beat away that shot there from Odegaard. But Arsenal still in possession. Saka with a cross, and Leno grabs it again. He's looking as though he wants to be man of the match today, Bernd Leno. That was another good save there from that shot from Martin Odegaard. Good play from Gabriel Martinelli initially. A good run from him. Sensible ball as well to Martin Odegaard. Cut inside a shot. I mean, it's fairly close to Bernd Leno, to be fair. Probably a sort of save you would expect him to make. But he did keep the ball out. And I'm sure he'll be pleased with that one as well. And Arsenal have had their first big opportunity in the second half. Coming forward again now. Gabriel Jesus running at that Fulham defence. He's got Martinelli. It's Xhaka outside him. Gabriel Jesus, another save from Bernd Leno. That's two saves at the start of this second half now for the Fulham goalkeeper. Terry says there, save from Leno. Yeah, he's made two now in quick succession. Again, maybe the finish lacks a little bit of conviction, it has to be said, from Jesus. And it was too close to Leno, but he held on to it. And he had to hold on to it because if it had fell out of his grasp, Bukayo Saka would have been on hand to tap that in. So that's another good save from Leno. That's 3 now. We always knew he was going to try to produce a good performance today. He must have a point to prove to Arteta. He'll certainly feel as though he does. The way he was discarded from the team and never got a look in again. And he's certainly done himself no harm today with this performance in goal for Fulham. Another good save there from Leno. But Arsenal now are starting to up the ante a little bit in this second half, looking for the breakthrough goal. But Fulham is now coming forward themselves. Maybe they can try to find a goal on a counter-attack. This is De Cordova-Reid on this near side. He's got Paulina outside him. That's a good ball in. Cross comes in towards the far post. And it was Mitrovic coming in on that, but he couldn't get his head on it. Very similar, actually, to the goal that he scored last week against Brentford, that late winner. It was coming in from that left-hand side, but this time he couldn't get on the end of that cross. And it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Mitrovic nodding his approval at that cross. That is going to be the sort of service that he's going to want, isn't it, in this second half, if he's going to try to get himself a goal. Oh, Gabriel's got himself in trouble. Mitrovic is in the box. And, a disaster for Arsenal. Mitrovic has scored. What was Gabriel doing? He took far too long on the ball. Mitrovic took it off him and has tucked it away. There was never really much doubt he wasn't going to score when he got that ball. And for the first time this season, Arsenal have gone behind. Let's remember, Fulham have never, ever won a game away at Arsenal. That was a terrible mistake there from Gabriel. He dallied on the ball. He didn't have that much time. Mitrovic said, thank you very much, took the ball off him. And it was a strange pass actually from Bukayo Saka in the first place. Gabriel didn't ever look comfortable. He tried to dribble away. Mitrovic beat him and popped it in the corner. A good finish there from the Serbian, but an absolute disaster there from Gabriel. Don't know what he's thinking there. Terrible, terrible play. And Mitrovic has poached himself another goal this season. That's his fourth goal, and a shock result is on the cards here today. It is Arsenal 0, Fulham 1. Now we're going to really see what this Arsenal team's about. Terry says there, no, indeed, terrible, terrible defending there from Gabriel. Definitely puts his head in his shirt there. Really, really poor defending. And it is Alexander Mitrovic who has got the goal. Really poor stuff there from Arsenal. That's actually his 100th goal for Fulham as well. And he did enjoy it, there's no doubt. 11 minutes played in the second half. That is Fulham's, first shot on target, I believe. And they've scored. And now we're going to learn a lot more about this Arsenal team, aren't we? We're going to learn exactly what we're about. If we can come back and get a result here, then that will show this improvement that we've got mentally as well, because this is a test now for this Arsenal team. It really is a test. We said we didn't need Fulham to go in front because we've seen how solid they've been defensively. Now we've got it all to do. It is Arsenal 0, Fulham 1. Mitrovic with the goal just after he couldn't get on the end of a cross. He then finished that really well, actually, after a terrible piece of defending from Gabriel. And Arsenal now have got to find a way to dig in. It was always going to be difficult in the second half anyway, and it's now got 10 times harder for Arsenal. We now need 2 goals if we're going to go back to the top of the table. Gabriel now be desperate to try and make up for that mistake. Finds Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal needs something, but instead it's I thought Fulham were going to have a counter-attack there, but instead it was a foul there on Gabriel Martinelli, and Arsenal get a reprieve there. That could have been a dangerous moment, actually, if that had gone through there, but anyway, it didn't. And it is a free kick to Arsenal. Coming forward now, Ben White tried to thread the ball through, but again, Fulham have defended well. You have to give them credit. They have defended really well. They're trying to come forward again with De Cordova-Reid, but that's a poor ball. It's cleared away by Arsenal. Now we can get a counter-attack of our own. Gabriel Martinelli played out to that far side to Bukayo Saka. Can we get the equaliser quite quickly? But no, we can't. Again, Saka took too long, and Fulham have now got an opportunity to have a breakaway with Cabano over on that far side. Looks for Mitrovic again, the goal scorer. He flicks it on, but Gabriel this time deals with that one. And we've got a comment there from Airzone says, what minute are we in? We are in the 59th minute now. So, yeah, coming up to the hour played here, and it is Arsenal 0, Fulham 1. A shock result this could be Fulham's first ever win away at Arsenal. You remember last time they visited here, they were 1-0 up going into the 95th minute when Eddie Nketiah came on and got that goal. Will he do the same again? In fact, Eddie Nketiah is coming on now. So we've not even played 60 minutes yet. Eddie Nketiah will be coming on. It's time for Eddie. Will he do what he did last time against Fulham and score the goal? Terry says 59th minute. Yeah, well, it's nearly the 60th now. Arsenal now are in possession with Mohamed El Neni on halfway. Twists and turns and finds Gabriel. It was his mistake, of course, that led to that shot goal from Mitrovic. Now it's William Saliba bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. We need to dig deep here and find something special. Saka now goes past Robertson, does he? Again, Robertson takes the ball off him. You have to say he's been impressive. The American left back for Fulham today, really, really impressive. And he just took the ball there off Bukayo Saka again. And it's going to be a throw to Fulham over on that far side. And now we're going to see the substitution. It's Kieran Tierney coming off. Well, that's a bit of a shock. I don't think he's had his best game. But anyway, Kieran Tierney's coming off. and Eddie Nketiah is coming on. Going to be a slight change of shape perhaps for Arsenal. Maybe we're going to go 3 at the back. And Eddie Nketiah is going to obviously go into the front 3. Not quite sure what's going to happen here. Or is Bukayo Saka going to drop back into left back maybe? I'm not sure. Or are we going to go 3 at the back? We'll soon see how that works out. But Eddie Nketiah is on for Kieran Tierney. We've played an hour. Arsenal 0, Fulham 1. And it hasn't been a very good performance from Arsenal, you have to say. That was better defending there from Gabriel. And now Gabriel Martinelli coming forward down his near side. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal to get themselves level? Martinelli plays it into the edge of the box to Martin Odegaard. Is he going to shoot again? Oh, he tried to find Bukayo Saka, but again, it is Fulham's defence who brings the ball out with Robinson. He's definitely my shout for man of the match in this game, but he did just lose out there to Martin Odegaard. Now it's in to Eddie Nketiah inside the box. He pulls it back. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? It comes to Gabriel Martinelli. Oh, he maybe took it away from Granit Xhaka, who was going to try the shot, and in the end, Fulham again managed to scramble it away. Nothing's quite falling for Arsenal in this game, but they're coming forward again. Martin Odegaard with that ball, but it's headed out by Tim Ream. That was an early impact there from Eddie Nketiah. Got clear down that right-hand side. Pulled the ball back. Fulham were always stretched there, but when the shot came in from Gabriel Martinelli from the edge of the box, it hit a defender. I think it may well have been Tim Ream. And we couldn't quite get the equaliser. But a brilliant play that was from Eddie Nketiah straight away after coming on. What an impact that would have been if he'd set up a goal there. But looking lively already. Just trying to see the new shape of the team, actually, because it's difficult to know. Maybe Granit Xhaka's gone into left back. But he's not. No, he's not. It looks like it might be a 3 at the back. Mohamed El-Neni's sitting a little bit deeper now. Anyway, it's a strange shape for Arsenal, but let's hope that it works. At least Arteta's trying something, isn't he? Which he's not been noted for his changing of tactics and changing style. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Saliba now on halfway, plays out to that far side to Ben White. Does well, Ben White. Brings the ball forward. That's a good run. Finds Gabriel Jesus on the edge of the penalty area. Gabriel Jesus tried to cross it, but again, Fulham defend really, really well. Long ball forward there. And Mitrovic again puts Gabriel under pressure, but that one comes off the Serbian and goes out for a goal kick. Gabriel's not looked comfortable since that mistake for the goal. Mitrovic feels like he can get the ball off him now every single time he gets it, and he put him under pressure again. But that ended up rolling out for a goal kick. But Arsenal are coming forward over on that far side. Now it's Ben White, plays it in to Mohamed El-Neni. William Saliba now driving forward for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka takes the ball on the turn, runs at that Fulham defence into Martin Odegaard inside the box. Martin Odegaard shot. Oh, it's gone in. I don't know if it was deflected, but Arsenal are level. We wasn't behind for long. Martin Odegaard with the goal. He got 2 at Bournemouth last week. He's got another one. And he goes to celebrate with Gabriel, who I'm sure feels a lot better now. 63 minutes played. It is 1-1. And good response that is from Arsenal. In fact, it did take a deflection. It was deflected off Tosan, and Bernd Leno was wrong-footed. A little bit fortunate there from Arsenal, but maybe that's what we need in this game. Maybe that's going to give everybody a lift. It's take a heavy deflection off the defender, tossing there. And Terry says, yes, Odegaard, indeed, it was. It's just what we needed. We're only behind for, what, about 5-6 minutes. That's a good response, that is, from Arsenal. And now we need to go on and win this game. We saw what Man City did today. They were 2-0 down, went on to win the game. We were 1-0 down. We need to go on and win this game. That's the sort of thing that top teams do, don't they? And we've certainly got ourselves level very quickly in this game. But Fulham coming forward now over on this near side. They're called over-read. That's not a bad cross, but too close to Aaron Ramsdale. The last thing that we need to do is concede so soon after equalising, really. But that cross wasn't, didn't really cause us too many problems. Now, Arsenal coming forward again. But again, it's good tidying up there in defence by Fulham. And I feel a little bit unfortunate that goal there, that deflection that just took it away from Bernd Leno. But good response from Arsenal to going behind. It's not something we've had to deal with this season, is it? It's the first time we've gone behind, actually, since the end of last season. So hopefully this can be a good sign if we can press on from here. But Fulham now coming forward on this near side again with Decordova-Reid. Goes past Gabriel Martinelli, and in fact, he may well have won himself a corner, has he? No, he hasn't. It's going to be a goal kick off. Oh, no, in fact, it is a corner. It is a corner to Fulham. They've certainly had a little bit more attacking intent in this second half. You have to say they've got themselves the goal, and now they've got themselves a corner. 65.5 minutes played. Terry says, what's going on at the back with Gabby? He looks very shaky, doesn't he? I'm not really sure. He didn't like being put under pressure, did he, from Mitrovic? He's done it a couple of times now. Anyway, it's a corner now to Fulham. And let's see if Arsenal can deal with this. I say we don't really want to go behind again. It's played in towards the edge of 6 yards. Header comes in now. Good save from Ramsdale. And the follow-up is not quite cleared from Arsenal, but it is now. That's a great save that is from Aaron Ramsdale. I think it was Mitrovic again with a header from the corner, looking for his second goal. Alexander Mitrovic, a good corner. Great header, actually. Wow. Really good header. He got above Gabriel Jesus, I think it was. A really good header. It was quite close to Ramsdale, but that's a good save, an important save. Ben White then blocked the follow-up. Could have easily been 2-1 to Fulham now. It was Ben White who blocked that follow-up there from Decordova-Reid with his back. I think Ramsdale may well have saved it. But good defensive work that was from Arsenal. Mitrovic there come close to his second goal, but that's a good save from Ramsdale. In the battle of the keepers, Leno's still ahead probably in saves made. But that was a good save there from Ramsdale. And it remains at 1-1. The substitution of Eddie Nketiah, although he didn't score the goal, has made an impact again, hasn't it? A slight change of shape to the team, and it's paid off. We've got the equaliser, and we now need to look to go on and win. In fact, they've just put Bukayo Saka in at left back. Actually, Fulham are going to make their first substitution of the afternoon. Not quite sure who's coming on yet. The substitute there is just getting some final instructions there from Marco Silva. Be interesting to see who comes on, whether Fulham feel as though they can still win this game. Decordova-Reid with a cross again. It fires ahead of Mitrovic, but this time he heads it off target. But suddenly he's getting a lot more service, isn't he? He hardly got the ball at all. Cross there into the box. Good header that from Mitrovic, but he couldn't find the target. But they're suddenly finding his head a lot more now, aren't they? But it is a substitution now. It is going to be Cabano's going off for Fulham. And it is going to be Tom Kearney, the club captain for Fulham, coming on. So a like-for-like change there, really, isn't it? So I don't think Fulham are looking at shutting up shop necessarily, are they? They look as though they're going to try to get something from this game still. But it is Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. We've got a goal kick, though. That substitution's been made. I say the first one, Tom Kearney is on for Fulham. Arsenal now, Granit Xhaka finds Gabriel again. Plays it square over to that far side to William Saliba. Plays it up the line to Martin Odegaard. Again, Fulham have pressed us high up the pitch. And we've given away possession. And Fulham coming forward over on that far side. This is dangerous here. Into the box there. Good defending from William Saliba. But again, Arsenal don't really get it clear. It's over on that far side. A cross comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Mitrovic heads it back across the goal. Beat Gabriel in the air again. But Arsenal do manage to deal with it a second time. And now Gabriel Jesus will try to clear it away. But he doesn't actually. And Fulham pick the ball up again. This is good play from Fulham. In fact, a free kick's been given as it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Mitrovic there at the far post with that header. Tried to play it back across the goal. But it is a free kick to Arsenal. Ramsdale's getting involved with a couple of Fulham players there. Not quite sure why. And that free kick's taken short. In fact, there's going to be a yellow card to Decordova-Reid for his involvement in that. Maybe Aaron Ramsdale might find himself getting a yellow card as well. Decordova-Reid, a Jamaican, is not happy about that decision. It's his second yellow card of the season. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're into the final 20 minutes now here at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. It's been a very difficult game this for Arsenal. But these are the games that you've got to try and find a way to win if you want to be taken seriously in the Premier League. William Saliba now bringing the ball forward. Mohamed El Neni put under pressure though again. Fulham are starting to press us higher up the pitch now. They didn't really do that too much in the first half. Anyway, Arsenal got played through that press. Martin Odegaard, it's Gabriel Martinelli's now over on that right-hand side. But that wasn't a great ball, actually, from the young Brazilian. And it goes out for a throw to Fulham over on the far side. We are now into that final 20 minutes here at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. I think a draw wouldn't put us top, would it? We'd be second behind Manchester City on goal difference after they came back from 2-0 down to beat Crystal Palace 4-2 this afternoon. Exciting game that Andreas was at for us. Now Fulham coming forward. This is a good ball up this near side to Decordova-Reid, who's had a decent game for Fulham, actually. They are now in possession. Tim Ream finds Robertson over on that far side. The impressive American comes forward again. What a game he's had. Now the ball played square in to Tete, the Dutchman. This is one of the best spells of possession Fulham have had, actually. They're passing the ball much crisper now. But that was a loose pass, actually. Bukayo Saka can head that one away. But again, Fulham pick up the loose ball. And they've done that quite a lot in this second half. And it's Gabriel who's gone down. Gabriel Jesus who's gone down. In fact, it is going to be a free kick, I think, to Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus got there first, did he? And it was a 50-50 maybe with Tete, but it was slightly high foot, and it is a free kick to Arsenal, which we have now taken. Or a slightly loose ball there, but William Saliba does well. Very cool and calm under pressure, isn't he? The Frenchman. That was brilliant. And he's finding Bukayo Saka on this near side now. Bukayo Saka playing on this left-hand side. Plays it back to Granit Xhaka. Dinks the ball over to the far post. That's a good ball. Finds Gabriel Martinelli. But again, who's there? Robinson. But Martinelli does well against him this time. And Arsenal keeping possession. Martin Odegaard again finds Martinelli. Whips across in. It's headed away again by Fulham. And they do complete the clearance. They have been a wall of white, haven't they, for most of this game, actually. Martin Odegaard now the goal scorer for Arsenal. Martinelli with a cross again. This time finds Gabriel Jesus at the far post. But again, Fulham defend that well as well. Bukayo Saka picks the ball up on his near side, now playing over on the left. But again, he loses out. And to Decordova-Reid. But Fulham don't manage to hold on to that ball. Martin Odegaard again. Is he going to try a shot? No, he doesn't. He goes out to the outside to Gabriel Martinelli, just inside at the penalty area. But again, he can't get past Robinson. Oh, he gets the ball back off him. This is good play for Martinelli. A shot comes in. Good save again from Bernd Leno. But Robinson did well initially to win the ball, and then he took too long to get it clear. Martinelli took it off him. Tried a low shot to Bernd Leno's right-hand side, but a decent save again from the Fulham goalkeeper, who's certainly done himself no harm today with his performance. He's been pretty decent for Fulham. Couldn't do much about that goal that was deflected. Caught him on the wrong foot, and it brought the Arsenal equaliser. But anyway, it's a throw over on that far side to Arsenal. We've got 17 minutes to play here at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. It has been a very difficult game, as we kind of anticipated it would. I don't think we quite anticipated it would be this difficult. And we've maybe made a little bit more harder work of it than maybe we could have done. But anyway, we have got ourselves level now, and we've still got plenty of time to try to win this game. We have just won a free kick inside the centre circle there for that foul on Bukayo Saka by Tim Ream. And this is an opportunity for Arsenal to try and maybe get the ball into the box a bit more. Not that we've won a lot in the box, actually, when we've got it in there, because Fulham have defended so well. But anyway, if you don't get the ball in the box, you're not really going to score very often, are you? Mohamed El Neni now inside the centre circle, finds Granit Xhaka, plays the ball back to William Saliba. Pings a long ball over that far side, looking for the run of Gabriel Martinelli. It's a good ball. Martinelli should keep this in. He does keep it in. He finds Eddie Nketiah inside the penalty area. A nice turn from Eddie Nketiah. Plays the ball back to El Neni, now to Granit Xhaka. Can he get a shot away? I don't know if he tried a shot or whether that was trying to ping the ball through, but Decordova-Reid was in the way for Fulham, and they can now come forward themselves over on that far side with Pereira. But Ben White takes the ball off him, but it is going to be a throw to Fulham over on that far side. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. We're into the last 16 minutes of the game here at the Emirates. It's a big 16 minutes this for Arsenal. These are the games you've got to find a way to win. And Arsenal have to find a way to win this to take us back to the top of the table. It'll be the first time we've won our first 4 games in a Premier League season since 2004. And we've still got time to do it, but it's going to be Something dramatic, is it? It's a ball now. Eddie Nketiah's got him behind over on that far side. Cuts back inside on a penalty. Can he get a shot away? He does. Oh, it's just wide of the far post. Good play again from Eddie Nketiah. He's looked very sharp, actually, since he came on, you have to say. That was really good play there. He was just onside there, Eddie Nketiah, over on that far side. Found a little bit of space. Cut back inside Tim Ream and then fired in a shot. I think Bernd Leno probably had it covered, actually. But that was good play again from Eddie Nketiah. He's done really well cutting in from his right-hand side. And he did manage to get that shot away. It couldn't quite curl enough into that far corner. But good play there from Eddie. Really, really good stuff. But it remains at 1-1. We are now into the last 14 minutes here at the Emirates Stadium. Can Arsenal find a winner and break this tough Fulham resistance? They have defended for their lives in this game. And now there's a little opportunity here. Bukayo Saka now just on the edge of the Fulham penalty area. Can he get a shot away? He tries to get past the defender. He does, but again, good defending from Fulham, from Tete there. He does a fist pump there as though he scored a goal, the Dutchman there for Fulham. It was a good block, actually. But Arsenal do have a corner on this near side, which Gabriel Martinelli is going to take. The pressure is starting to mount now on this Fulham goal. Can Arsenal find the goal, the winning goal? Surely would be the winning goal, you'd imagine. It's going to be Gabriel Martinelli with his corner. He goes towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but it's too close to Bernd Leno. Plucks it out of the air with confidence and then lands on the ball. Not going to get his clean sheet today that he would have wanted, but he certainly played well, Leno, today for Fulham. I'm not surprised. I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. And he's just shown that again, hasn't he, with his performance today. He kicks that ball into the centre circle. It's flicked on by, not sure it was actually, but anyway, Arsenal do pick a loose ball up. We've done that pretty well for most part of this game. Won't win the second ball. Martin Odegaard does well there and then dinks a ball over the top, over this near side, looking for Martinelli, who's now popped up on the left. He's switched again with Bukayo Saka. That's a nice ball into the box for Granit Xhaka. Plays it across the box, looking for Gabriel Jesus. But again, it was really good defending from Fulham. In fact, the ball's gone out. It's going to be a corner, but no, I didn't keep it in. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal over on this near side, which Gabriel Martinelli is going to take. Plays it short to Granit Xhaka. Gets it back again. The Brazilian, can he get across in this time? He can, to the far post. Gabriel's underneath it, but it's gone out. Again, we didn't make the most of that corner, trying to do things too quickly, overcomplicating things. Get the ball in the box. We've got height in there. Let's get it in there and cause some problems, but we didn't. Again, we played it short, and again, it's come to nothing, and it's a goal kick to Fulham. Been disappointed today with our set pieces. Fulham are now making another substitution. It's going to be Nathaniel Chalobah, I think, coming on, is it? No, it isn't. Sorry, it's going to be... anyways, Kenny Tete's coming off, and it's Diop's coming on, and Pereira's coming off, and Mbabu is coming on. So Fulham are going for it here, actually. Mbabu's cross it was last week that brought about the winning goal for Fulham for Mitrovic. Are they going to do the same again? Anyway, is currently the substitution just happening. Issa Diop is coming on as well for Fulham at the back. They're going to go free at the back by the look of it. They're going to push the fullbacks on and try to win this game, Fulham. And that may leave some gaps in behind for us to win it as well. It could be an exciting last 11, 12 minutes here at the Emirates Stadium. The game's certainly been a lot better in the second half, it has to be said. There's been a lot more goal-mouth action. And Mitrovic has gone down again, complaining of a free kick. He goes down very easily for such a big man, doesn't he? And it isn't a free kick. He's pretending to be injured, and Arsenal are not having any of that and coming forward themselves with Gabriel. Plays the ball up this near side to Gabriel Martinelli, in to Mohamed El Neni, who's again had a tidy game when called upon. He's not going to set the world on fire, is he? But he's a nice, tidy player. Now, Eddie Nketiah's got him behind us. Oh, the ball just ran away from him now. A lovely little touch to him. I think it was Martinelli that played it. Looked as though Eddie was going to be in there for a second, but the ball just caught up behind him and he couldn't get it out of his feet. And again, Fulham survive. We're coming down into the last 10 minutes now at the Emirates. Are Arsenal going to drop their first points of the season, or can we find a late winner here? Martin Odegaard has got that equaliser coming forward now for Arsenal. Stays in possession, tries to ping the ball through to Martinelli on the edge of the box. Dinks it over to that far side. A little bit of space for Ben White. Can he get a cross in? He's held up, actually. He's now got two Fulham players around him, and in the end, he's got nowhere to go. And Robinson tidies that up, but he gives it straight to Mohamed El-Neni. Now, Martin Odegaard goes past 2 players into the box. Martin Odegaard again. Oh, the shot comes in, but again, it's blocked. And now Fulham have got the opportunity to get a breakaway themselves. They've got a man over here, actually, if they can get it across to this near side. But that wasn't a great ball, actually, and that's going to run all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal now in a lot more of a hurry to get the ball forward. It's over on that far side with Bukayo Saka, who's gone back over to that right. Bukayo Saka running at that Fulham defender. Robinson, who's played well, holds him up, plays it back instead to Mohamed El-Neni. Granit Xhaka now, the pressure you can feel is mounting. Can Arsenal find that goal? It was a late goal we got against Fulham last time we played them here. That was an equaliser. This would be a winner. We're into the last 9 minutes of normal time. Not quite now or never time, is it? But it's getting that way. Time is certainly against Arsenal if we are going to try and win this game. If we're going to be able to win this game. Martin Odegaard over on that far side has a good game today. Martin Odegaard got himself another goal as well. Plays the ball square to Gabriel. He'd love a goal, wouldn't he, to make up for that mistake. That's a good ball, actually, to Martinelli in behind. Can he put it back? He can. Oh, it was Eddie Nketiah with a shot. Straight at Bernd Leno, who's made another save. Lacked a bit of conviction, that finish, it has to be said. It was a nice bit of play from Arsenal. Gabriel put Martinelli in down this near side. He pulled the ball back to Eddie about 12 yards out. But the shot was too straight into the arms of Bernd Leno. Comfortable save that was in the end for the German. And another Arsenal chance goes begging. But Fulham now looking to come forward themselves over on this near side. Cordova-Reid's done well. He finds Palhinha, but he's lost out now. And Eddie Nketiah's coming forward again for Arsenal. It's a good run. He's done well, Eddie Nketiah, since he came on. You have to say he's had a really lively performance. Granit Xhaka now. Can Arsenal find this late winner? 8 minutes to play. Martin Odegaard fought about a shot from distance, fought against it. They've played it through to Eddie Nketiah again. A nice touch. Oh, another good save from Leno. Wow, that was an even better save than that last one. Lovely take there from Eddie Nketiah inside the box. Brilliant first touch. He's just waiting for the net to bowl, but another good save. It looked like from Leno. Terry says there, come on, Arteta, get some fresh legs on. I'll do something to earn your money. Yeah, Fabio Vieira would be an option, wouldn't he? You'd think. But anyway, Arsenal are coming forward. We are looking dangerous now. Martin Odegaard in possession. Can we find what would be, I say, this late winner? We're into the last 7.5 minutes. The ball comes in to this near side. Gabriel Martinelli, that's a lovely touch. Running at the Fulham defence. This side here, tries to curl it round the far post. It's deflected behind by tossing the Fulham defender. It's going to be a corner. I think Bernd Leno may well have saved that just behind him anyway. That was good play from Martinelli. Cut inside, got his shot away nice and early, but it was good defending. Bernd Leno was at full stretch, and I think had it been on target, I think he would have saved it. But it's a corner over on that far side. Arsenal are ranking up the pressure now as we move into these last 6 or 7 minutes of normal time. The corner comes in from that far side by Bukayo Saka in at near post. Fulham don't really clear it away. They do now. Cordova-Reid it is, hoofs it up the pitch, but it's put back in again by Mohamed El-Neni. Gabriel is still far forward. It comes to Jesus instead on his near side. Great run from Jesus. Again, it's good defending. That was by Mitrovic, actually, back inside his own box. It is going to be another corner to Arsenal. The pressure is piling on this Fulham goal. 83, nearly 84 minutes played. Martinelli with his corner from the near side. Are we going to get a goal from a set piece to win this game and go back to the top of the table? Martinelli clips it in towards the far post again. No, it's too close to Bernd Leno, who again does well. He'll certainly be in the running for a man of the match, won't he, Bernd Leno? But I've been really impressed with Anthony Robinson, the left back, as well. But Eddie Nketiah has done well since he's come on for Arsenal. You have to say he's looked really, really lively. This was his chance just a moment ago. A lovely run, lovely touch. In fact, it wasn't a save from there. It was a good piece of defending, in actual fact. Was it Tosin again? Or was it Diop? It was one of the two Fulham defenders. In fact, it was Tosin got across there. A really good block, actually, there from Tosin. He's played well for Fulham as well, it has to be said. Martinelli now running at that Fulham defence down his near side. He's got clear. Tries to drill it in at the near post. Leno's there again. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Arsenal cranking up the pressure. Can Fulham hold on? Or can Arsenal find this goal? We're into the last 5 minutes now of normal time. It's corner. He's going to come in from Martinelli. Again from this near side. Arsenal's left. He's going to whip this in with his right foot. Can Arsenal find a goal? Clips it in towards the edge of 6-yard box. Leno's there. He hasn't really got over. It's gone in. It has gone in. I think it's Gabriel with the goal. Oh, that makes up for his mistake. for the opening goal for Fulham. It was a bit scrappy, it has to be said. The corner came in at the near post, and Gabriel it is who turns it home from close range. And Arsenal have turned it around here at the Emirates from 1-0 down. Fulham are complaining about something. I'm not quite sure whether they think it might have been a foul on the goalkeeper, maybe inside the 6-yard box. Let's have a look at the replay. I think the goal's been given as things stand. It is 2-1 to Arsenal. We have turned it around. 5 minutes to play. It's Gabriel with the goal. He looks relieved as much as anything else. It was Martinelli's corner, a series of corners it was, into that near post. But then I couldn't get there. He was under pressure, actually. I'm not sure if it's a foul. And it falls to Gabriel. Just had to tap it in to the empty net. It was Saliba in front of the goalkeeper. He just missed it, Bernd Leno. It definitely isn't a foul. There's nothing wrong with that goal. It is 2-1 to Arsenal. We've turned it around. We wanted to see a bit of character from this team. It's what we were waiting to see, whether or not we had that about us, whether we could turn games around, difficult games, and we've done it today. We've got ourselves back in front. In fact, there is a VAR check. I'm not quite sure what the VAR is checking for. Is it a handball? Oh, I think it's a handball, actually, just before. Is it William Saliba? Oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. This could get disallowed, actually. If it hits his hand, it's probably going to get disallowed, isn't it? Because that's the new rule with handball, isn't it? Not quite sure what the decision is. Oh, he's given it. He's given it. The goal stands. It is 2-1. Or is it? Not sure what's going on. Has the goal been given? I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I'm not sure if the goal's been given or not. It looked as though it had. Let's have a look. It's hard to tell. It's so quick. The corner comes in. Saliba was behind Leno. I think it might have come off his shoulder, actually. I think it's come off his shoulder up here. I think the goal has been given. It looks like it has been given. I think it is 2-1. We've got now 2.5 minutes left to play. Obviously, there'll be some stoppage time now for all of that VAR carry on. The goal stands. It is 2-1 to Arsenal. It's Gabriel makes up for his mistake for that first goal with what looks as though it's going to be the winner. Gabriel Jesus is going off while all that's been going on. He had a great game again today. He hasn't got himself a goal, but he worked hard. Caused a lot of havoc. And in fact, it's Tomiyasu coming on. Arsenal just looking to shore this up now for the final few moments here. Going back to 4 at the back again. Couple of tactical changes. Shalabar's now come on for Fulham as well. Another substitution for them. And Stansfield, the youngster, has come on for Fulham as well. Jay Stansfield. There is still time for Fulham to get an equaliser, but looks as though Arsenal are going to go on and win this game from a goal down, and that would be a big step forward for this team, I'm sure, this season. It's all kicked off over on this near side. Tomiyasu involved straight away. He's only just come on. And it is going to be a free kick, though, to Fulham on this near side, about 5-10 yards in from this near touchline, midway inside the Arsenal half, as Gabriel got himself an important winning goal that will send Arsenal back to the top of the table tonight. In fact, this weekend, because nobody playing later on can catch us if we win this game. We'll be the only team with 4 wins out of 4. Marco Silva's quite frustrated, but this is a free kick to Fulham. We certainly haven't won this game yet. Let's not get too excited quite yet. Cross comes in towards the far post. Oh, good save again from Ramsdale. And Arsenal not hanging on so much, but that was another big chance for Fulham. They've had a couple, actually. They've played well, Fulham, in this game. They're coming forward again. They're not giving this up. The ball into the box. Trying to cross from Stansfield there. It's blocked behind by Gabriel. It is going to be a corner to Fulham. Terry says, get in there. As Owen says, is it good? It is good. Terry says, come on, VAR. As I said there, hanging on your every word, Rich. No, it's definitely a goal. And Terry says there, Jesus off and Tommy on. Yeah, there's a good save from Ramsdale there. We are now into the final 10 seconds, of normal time. There's going to be some stoppage time, of course, because of all that VAR stuff. In fact, it's a goal kick to Arsenal, not a corner. And we will be counting down the stoppage time now. There's going to be 5 minutes and it's time for Rob Holding to come on to shore up that defence for these last 5 minutes. Terry says there, good save from Ramsdale. Well done. It was a very good save from Ramsdale. Yeah, really good save. He's made a couple, hasn't he, in the second half, as Fulham have threatened an equaliser. But it's going to be a throw now to Fulham on this near side, just in front of the Arsenal dugout, which they're going to take. In fact, Arsenal still haven't managed to get Rob Holding on. They're not going to quite do it yet. We have a bit of defending to do here. Good header there from Granit Xhaka, but Arsenal looking for another goal. But Fulham again defended well. You do feel as though if Fulham take a few more risks coming forward in stoppage time, we could pick them off and get the third goal. My prediction was 3-1, actually. I'll be quite happy with that. I'll be happy with 2-1, the way this game's gone, to be totally honest with you. And we have now played a minute of stoppage time. Are we going to get a dramatic finish? Fulham coming forward over on that far side. Remember, it was Arsenal that got a dramatic equaliser last time we played them at the Emirates Stadium. Ball into the near post. Granit Xhaka's there, actually. Good defending there from Granit Xhaka. He had to come across there, do that well. And that is a free kick to Fulham on the edge of the box. I think it's two clash of heads there. Looks quite nasty, this, actually. Is it Gabriel? And Decordova-Reid, in fact, it is. Decordova-Reid's up on his feet. I think it's going to be a free kick to Fulham right on the edge of the box. Gabriel has still gone down. It's been a very strange second half for Gabriel, hasn't it? He made a mistake to give Fulham the lead. He's then got what looks as though it's going to be the winning goal, and now he's gone down with what looks like quite a nasty head injury there, a clash of heads with Decordova-Reid. In fact, I'm not sure if the referee has given a free kick to Fulham. I'm not really sure what the outcome of this is. They're just showing the goal again. It was a bit scrappy from a set piece. It doesn't matter. It does count, and Gabriel has forced it in. He was the top goal-scoring central defender last season in the Premier League, wasn't he? And he's got his first goal this season. A great reaction from the Arsenal women, Leah Williamson there as well, celebrating that goal. And I think it is going to be an important goal for Arsenal. It's going to put us back on top of the league if we can hold on for these last few minutes. But currently the goal scorer, Gabriel, is down, receiving some treatment for a head injury. Some big celebrations there. And the Ashburton Army on the clock end are enjoying themselves again as we're counting down towards a fourth victory in a row for Arsenal, which would take us back to the top of the table. I think it's just going to be a drop ball, actually, by the referee. It looks as though Gabriel's okay. He's back on his feet again, but he has obviously got to go off and to come back on again. Terry says, I don't like sitting back and holding on by Arteta. No, I don't either, but I suppose you could call it good game management. If we end up seeing the game out and winning, it's good game management, isn't it? I suppose that's probably one way of looking at it. But yeah, I don't like it either. But ultimately, I'd rather we do that and win the game than maybe, take too many risks and end up conceding a goal. But anyway, it's a drop ball, which is going to be uncontested for Fulham because they were in possession at the time of that clash of heads. And Arsenal are now going to make the substitution. It's going to be Martin Ødegaard. His equaliser proved so important, deflected, but it did bring us level at a time when it looked as though the game was running away from us. And it's going to be Rob Holding to come on. He did well, Martin Ødegaard, today. Much better performance from him, following on from last week's good performance as well. And another goal for Martin Ødegaard. He's our top scorer, actually, with 3 goals, which is nice, isn't it? But he's now going to be replaced for these final few moments of stoppage time by Rob Holding. Can we see this game through? It's been a very, very tough game, a tough afternoon for Arsenal, but we may well hold on. In fact, they've given Martin Ødegaard player of the match. Not man of the match, player of the match. But actually, there's been maybe 1 or 2 players in the Fulham team that perhaps have had good games as well. But anyway, Fulham now do have this drop ball, which they win possession straight away. Can they get the ball into the box? I'm sure they're going to want to try to find Mitrovic's head if they can. Can Arsenal hold on? Fulham now coming forward down this near side. This could be their last attack. Good defending there from Tomiyasu, but it is going to be a throw to Fulham. There's only 10 seconds of stoppage time remaining, but they're going to obviously add on some more because of that stop there. It's a long throw, comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's flicked on. Some bad defending there. Mitrovic is in. In fact, he's not, because I think the referee, the whistle's gone. Was there a foul in there? And Terry says there, the real captain has the armband again. Yeah, we know who the real captain is. It is, of course, Granit Xhaka. Marco Silva there was complaining. He thought it should have been a penalty. I'm not quite sure where he got that idea from. And he's now protesting to the fourth official with one of his coaches, of course, Luis Barmolta, who we know quite well, don't we, from his time at Arsenal as a player that we did speak about, of course, last night on the show with Steve, the Fulham fan. I'm sure we'll be delighted with Fulham's performance today, even though he's going to end up disappointed with the result. It's now a free kick to Arsenal on the edge of the box, which Aaron Ramsdale's going to take. We have now played nearly 6 minutes of stoppage time. You'd imagine there's still going to be a little bit of time left due to the substitution and the head injury to Gabriel, which came, of course, during the original 5 minutes. And that ball's just booted away by Granit Xhaka to try and get Arsenal up the pitch. In fact, Granit Xhaka has got the captain's armband on. I do like to see him wearing that armband. He is the captain of his team, as Terry says. Anyway, we've played over a minute actually. Did Tierney get vice captain? Well, I think there's Gabriel Jesus, Xhaka, and Tierney. I think are all kind of the leadership group, if you like, is what it's called, isn't it? I don't think there's officially a vice captain, is there? I'm not really sure. Anyway, Arsenal trying to look for the third goal, which would seal it. Tomiyasu's getting himself well forward here, actually. He can't keep that in. It is going to be a goal kick, and he now scurries back. We've played 6.5 minutes of stoppage time of the original 5. Granit Xhaka's gone down with what looks like a cramp. It's Gabriel Martinelli, sorry. What looks like a cramp in his calf, but we're playing on. Fulham, Arsenal currently playing with 10 men, but this is surely going to be their last chance to get an equaliser. Ball played in towards the box there. Ramsdale's out, grabs the ball, and surely that'll be that. And Arsenal look as though we are going to go back to the top of the Premier League tonight. Good goalkeeping that was from Aaron Ramsdale. We've played 7 minutes of stoppage time, actually. Ramsdale kicks it up this near side, straight out for a throw. That wasn't really good, but I think the final whistle's gone. It has gone. Arsenal have won. We are back on top of the Premier League tonight. We made hard work of that, you have to say. It certainly wasn't the best game of football, but we mentioned, didn't we, a week or so ago, we wanted to see how Arsenal would react, one, to going behind, and two, to coming up against a team that made it difficult for us. We've had both of those two things today, and we've come out on top. And you have to give Arsenal credit for that. It wasn't the greatest performance that we've had. In fact, probably our worst performance of the season so far. But ultimately, that doesn't matter because we've won the game. We are the only team to win all 4 games in the Premier League this season. And we're back on the top of the table, 2 points clear of Manchester City and Brighton, 12 points out of 12. Yes, it wasn't pretty, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is the result, and ultimately we've won the game. Terry says there, few, thank God for that. Another win, yeah, exactly. And I say these are the games to me that show what this team's about. You know, it's all very well going to a very, very poor Bournemouth side and winning comfortably. It's all very well beating a Leicester team that didn't really offer too much. You know, when we've had to come up against it today, against a very strong, organised Fulham team, going behind as well to come back and win this game. But that's an impressive performance, and that is an impressive result. And that is the sort of result that the top teams produce on a regular basis. So brilliant from Arsenal. Yes, it wasn't the greatest game. We're not going to get carried away. Phil says there, how you doing, mate, as well? Thanks for watching. He says, ground out the result from a tough game, and we're not at our best. Exactly, yeah. And that is what I've been wanting to see from this team. Somebody said it, I don't know if it was last week, when Tottenham beat Wolves without playing well. Somebody said Arsenal can't grind out results. Arsenal have to play well to win. And you have to say that's been the case. But today we showed that we can grind out results this season. Maybe we've got something different about us. You know, we did it without Thomas Partey and without Alexander Zinchenko, both of whom have been brilliant players for us this season. And we ground out that result and we got it without playing well. And I want to see that because we're not going to play well every week. Nobody does. Man City don't play well every week. Liverpool don't play well every week. But what they're able to do is grind out these results when they need to. And we've done that today. Fulham are a good side this season. They look very strong defensively. They're well organised and they offer a threat going forward with Mitrovic. They get balls into the box. And yes, we didn't help ourselves with a mistake for that first goal, but we showed character. Gabriel showed character to come back and get the winning goal. So yes, it was a frustrating game for a lot of that. It wasn't the best game of football, let's be honest, but ultimately we ground it out. and we won the game. As Owen says, a great show. Thanks, Rich. No, thank you very much for watching again. Please give it a like before you go. So yeah, we are back on top of the league. It feels good. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's celebrate, shall we? Let's celebrate. We are top of the league. 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 I'll change that picture actually for this week. When the other games are finished tomorrow, after 4 games this time, we'll be top of the league. But yeah, that was a different type of Arsenal performance to what we've seen so far this season, you know, and that's the type of performance I've been wanting to see, in a way, to show that we can do it. Because that was always the 2 concerns that I've got, the 2 concerns that I've had with this team is, one, how are we going to do this season when we play the big teams away from home? The Man Cities, the Liverpools, the Manchester Uniteds, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, all those type of away games, those really difficult away games, you know, Newcastle with the atmosphere, all that kind of stuff. How are we going to cope with those games? We don't know yet. We haven't had to play anyone like that yet. And the other question mark I had was, what would happen in a tight game? We go behind in a difficult game. Have we got the character to come back and win? Last season, we only did it once. That was against Wolves in that game, if you remember, when we scored a very, very late goal to come back and win. Only the second. That was the only time we did it last season, and we've just done it now. And that, to me, so 2 of the things I wanted to see, we've seen one of them today, and that's a good sign for me. Now, next Sunday, we're away at Manchester United. Yes, it isn't the Manchester United of old, we know that, but ultimately, they've picked up their form, and it's a tough place for us to go. And if we can go there next week and produce a performance and a result, that'll be back-to-back weekends that we've kind of answered a couple of those questions that I've got. Yes, it's not Manchester City yet, it's not Liverpool yet, it's not Tottenham yet, it's not Chelsea yet, but they will come. But that was impressive today, the way that we turned that game around, because it would have been easy for our heads to drop, would have been easy for us to have, you know, gone back into the mode that we did last season, you know, some of them home games against Brighton and whatever, you know, when we went behind and wasn't able to force our way back. So it looks like there's an improvement in that side of things as well, and that's good to see. Yes, I don't think we're going to win the league. Let's be honest, I don't. But you know, we can see the improvements. Terry says it just goes to show what a big difference without Partey and Zinc not in the side. We ain't half as good. We definitely need a couple more sides. I mean, that's a good point. But what I liked was the fact that we missed those 2 players. They've been 2 of our more important players this season, and we still found a way to win the game. And to me, that's so important because, as I said, you're not going to play well every week. You're going to lose top players with injuries, with suspensions, with all these other stuff that can happen. And we've got to find a way to win these games. And we found a way today. It wasn't pretty, was it? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a great game to watch. It was a tough watch at times. But ultimately, I thought the second half was better. I thought we put them under a lot more pressure. We won ourselves a lot more set pieces, corners, and it was a corner, of course, that brought about the winning goal. So, yeah, we showed a different side to ourselves today, and a side that I liked. It wasn't enjoyable to watch always, but I liked the way that we turned that game around against a very decent Fulham side. Let's be clear here, you know, they've just come back up, but they look strong. I know Marco Silva still wants another couple of signings for them, but that was they're a good side, Fulham. They've started the season well, and you can see why they've picked up the results that they have. And you know, they will feel unfortunate they didn't get something out of that game, but we showed that different side to our game that we've been lacking, and I'm very, very, very pleased with that. Very happy with the way that we've done that. And yeah, we found a way to win, and that's what you've got to do if you want to be successful. You have to find a way to win when you don't play well, and that's what we've done. Terry says there, come on Forest. Indeed, of course, Forest are playing Tottenham tomorrow. But let's not worry about what other teams do. I'm not that fussed what other teams do. I'm just more focused on what we do. If we keep doing what we're doing, if we keep progressing the way that we are, then it doesn't matter what other teams do. You know, we will finish in a position in the league where we should finish because of how well that we've played and the results that we've picked up. What other teams do, I don't care really. Yes, it would be funny if Tottenham lose to Forest. I think Forest away is a tough game for anybody, actually. Again, like Fulham, I think Forest are looking a good side. So, but yeah, I'm not worried too much about what the other teams do. We can't control that ultimately, can we? All we can do is take care of our results. And so far, 4 out of 4. I mean, we've done everything that we could possibly do. But I really like that today, the way that we showed that character and that determination that we wasn't going to accept defeat when we went behind. And it was a tough game, but we done well. And you have to say that's probably more impressive in some ways to the Bournemouth win last week, because Bournemouth were poor. You saw that today. They lost 9-0 today. You know, that shows how poor Bournemouth, or what a poor side they are. So this performance was probably, for me, more impressive than that, because it was against a very good side and we went behind and came back. And to me, that's what we didn't do enough of. We haven't done enough of under Arteta. Phil says there, 4 out of 4. Let's just keep it going. Exactly, yeah. Let's just win our games. You know, we've got Aston Villa at home on Wednesday. Again, it's a game that we're going to start massive favourites to win, and hopefully we can win. And that'll make it 5 out of 5 going to Old Trafford. I mean, wow, what a game that's going to be next Sunday, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. But let's get Wednesday out of the way first. Let's win that game, and then we can start feeling really confident about getting a result away at a Big Four side, which has been so rare, hasn't it, in recent years. We have to start doing this a lot more regularly now if we're going to take that next step. But today is the first step on that ladder for me, you know, showing that we can deal with adversity and we can put mistakes behind us. Brilliant from Gabriel to get that winning goal. You know, so pleased for him, because it would have been devastating to have lost in the way that we did with his mistakes. So brilliant, it was him that got that winning goal, and that shows character from him. It shows character from the whole team to come back. So yeah, it has finished here at the Emirates today. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. A very, very difficult game for Arsenal, but we come out on top. Fulham scored first midway through that second half. It was actually, it was 11 minutes into the second half, wasn't it? It was a mistake from Gabriel, dallied on the ball. Mitrovic took it off him and finished into the corner. And at that point, it was looking tricky for us. But we showed character. It was about, 5 or 6 minutes later, we got ourselves level. Martin Odegaard's shot deflected, a little bit of luck that we needed. Took a deflection past Bernd Leno, who had a decent game on his return to the Emirates, has to be said. And that made it 1-1. And then we were always a team looking more likely to go on and win the game. It came late, 5 minutes to go. A corner from this near side on the left from Gabriel Martinelli. Bernd Leno came, didn't really get it. And the ball fell kindly to Gabriel inside the 6-yard box. And he was able to just finish into the open goal to give us the 2-1 win. You know, Fulham gave it their all, actually. They played well, Fulham, and credit to them. But ultimately, we turned it around and we won in adversity. And I say that is the first step for me on the journey forward now, to go from being an okay top 6 team to challenging for not only a place in the top 4, but even beyond that. You know, and today that's what we needed to do. And that was great. And I'm more impressed maybe with us winning that game this week than I was with last week's win at Bournemouth, because Bournemouth were terrible, whereas Fulham are a very good side, and we had to come back. So yeah, great stuff from Arsenal. I thought it wasn't individually, we wasn't at our best, were we? You know, a few players were a bit off it today. I thought Gabriel looked a bit shaky at times defensively. Kieran Tierney, I still don't think Kieran Tierney's quite fit, 100% fit. Ended up taking him off in the second half when we changed the shape of the team and we were chasing it, but I don't think that was his best game. Good credit to El Neni, actually. Came in at the last minute because of an injuries to Thomas Partey and Zinchenko, and he didn't really do much wrong, did he, El Neni? It's a typical El Neni performance, wasn't it? Steady, solid, done his job, helped keep things ticking in midfield. So fair play to him. I thought Granit Xhaka had a good game. Again, he is the leader of that team, as we said. It's good to see him get the armband at the end when Odegaard went off. He had a good game. Odegaard himself had a good game as well. Got the important equaliser. I thought he had a bit of a slow start, didn't he? The first couple of games wasn't maybe his best. The last 2 weeks he's been a lot better, hasn't he? Good performance from him. Saka again was very quiet, wasn't he? He's not quite firing yet. He had a big chance in the first half, which he didn't take. Martinelli worked hard. Again, you know, he's a bit unlucky sometimes more doesn't come out of his good work in terms of assists and goals, but he played well. And Gabriel Jesus as well worked really hard, didn't he? It wasn't quite his day in front of goal. I thought the back Saliba again was calm and solid. Ben White did all right, didn't he, at right back? I think it's only a matter of time before Tomiyasu comes back in and takes that position again. But certainly Ben White's not let anybody down when he's played right back in these last few games, has he? So well done to him. Terry says, my only worry is Arteta couldn't or didn't change things to want to win the game until we scored. Well, he sort of did, didn't he? Because he brought Eddie Nketiah on. He took Kieran Tierney off, and it was an attacking change. I thought that was good. And the fact that it paid off, it makes it even better. But he did make changes when we were 1-0 down. I say brought Eddie on. I thought Eddie looked lively when he came on. Yes, I was a little bit disappointed he didn't freshen it up a little bit more, a little bit earlier. You know, we've got Fabio Vieira. Is he fit though? We don't know. He's on the bench. Marquinhos as well. Was that a sort of game to bring him on a game like that when we're desperately looking for a win for his debut? Probably not. And he brought on obviously Holding and Tomiyasu to try and shore things up at the back sort of late. Smith Rowe didn't get on either, actually. You know, he could have maybe come on, couldn't he? When it was 0-0 when we were losing. But ultimately, he made a change, Arteta, brought Eddie Nketiah on, and we came back from 1-0 down to win. So I think Arteta did make positive changes to win the game, and he hasn't shown that he's done that enough previously. So he did it today, and I think that's brilliant, and I give him credit for that, and he deserves credit for that because it came off and it worked, and he deserves credit. You know, when he's got substitutions wrong or he hasn't made substitutions or whatever it is, tactically he's not done it right. He deserves the criticism that he's had. But when he does something right, he makes a change and it works. He deserves credit for that. And I say fair play to Arteta for that today. I was pleased with that. You know, Eddie looked good when he come on and he made a difference. He wasn't involved in either of the goals, but he made a difference to the play, the performance and the team. And Arteta needs credit for that, for doing that. So I would disagree slightly there, Terry. I actually think that he did make a change today, a big change, and it worked. And we came back and won the game. Yes, you say you could have maybe made some more changes a bit sooner, but in the end we got the result, and I guess we got away. He got away with it today. We got away with it today as well, but we did show that little bit of extra steely determination to dig in when we needed to, and that was impressive. That was the one thing I was impressed with. The performance was flat. We lacked a little bit of energy, maybe a little bit, and Fulham played well, but we found a way to win, and I'm over the moon with that, delighted. So yes, that is another win, 4 out of 4 for Arsenal. Brilliant. It's almost unbelievable, isn't it? That, you know, we're sitting top of the league after 4 games, playing generally pretty well. Today was a different sort of a win, but they all count. Still 3 points. If we'd won this game 5-0, playing brilliant football, we would still have 12 points or scraping a 2-1 victory coming from behind. We still got 12 points. So it makes no difference ultimately. It's all about the games, isn't it? Winning as many games as we can. And we've managed to do that today. And that's really, really the impressive part of it all. So let's enjoy it. We've got another game very soon, haven't we? Wednesday night against Aston Villa. Hopefully we can be a little bit, play a little bit better on Wednesday, be a little bit more, have a little bit more energy and play a little bit more faster passing and stuff like that, and create a few more chances and look at get back to how we've been playing. But ultimately, again, I won't be overly fussed if we turn around and win the game. You know, that'll be brilliant. So, but yes, that's that today then. I say it did finish finally at the Emirates. It was a struggle what we got there. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. Mitrovic gave Fulham a lead before Martin Odegaard's deflected equaliser, and Gabriel, who'd made a mistake for that first goal, popped up with 5 minutes to go from a corner to force the ball into an empty net to give us the victory. So yeah, top of the league, 12 points out of 12. Good stuff. Happy days for Arsenal. So coming up on the channel then on Monday night, we'll be back with the Arsenal review. We'll have the usual guys on, and we'll be looking obviously back at this game in a bit more detail. We'll also be looking ahead, of course, to the Aston Villa games and the game against Manchester United next week. A busy week, so there'll be two games to look forward to as well. That'll be coming up on Monday, 8 o'clock. Tuesday, of course, is the Stephen Shawner back with the Review Extra Time show. That's always good fun, isn't it? A lot of stats and stuff as well they'll look at from this game and from the weekend in the Premier League as well. Lots going on this weekend, wasn't there? So all that will be coming up on Tuesday. And of course, Wednesday is Arsenal Aston Villa, the big watch along, 7:30 kickoff. So we'll go live about 15:15 with all your team news, build up, and then the full match commentary as always on Wednesday night. Thursday, Adam will be back with his fantastic Arsenal social show. And a week off this week, but he's back again next week. So look out for that. and I'll be looking to try and get a Manchester United fan to come on Friday for a match preview of that big game next Sunday. We'll be doing a watch along course of that as well next Sunday if I can't get a ticket, which so far I haven't been able to. We'll see if I don't get a ticket, I'll be doing a watch along, obviously. So that's the next week coming up. Don't forget as well, we'll have we've got a few videos. Steve and Melvin have been at the game today at the Emirates, so they will bring us some videos of that. I'll put that together in a vlog maybe tomorrow or tonight if I get them all together. And we've got a little short one which Andreas has put. He was at Manchester City Crystal Palace today. He's in Manchester for the weekend. He managed to get a ticket. Just go to show, doesn't it? He arrived in Manchester yesterday, Andreas, and Manchester City, the champions, are at home game in the Premier League. He was able to get a ticket yesterday for the game because it doesn't sell out, you see, because it's Manchester City and they've got no fans. And he obviously had a good time at that game. So I'll bring you a little short videos that he's put together from that as well. Probably stick on the channel tonight, just a little short video that I'm sure you might enjoy. Not Arsenal related, of course, but anyway, we will still enjoy that one. And I say Melvin and Steve have got some stuff they'll be putting through that we'll get on the channel as well for this game. So loads and loads coming up on the channel. So please give it a like before you go. There you go. Give it a nice like before you leave. And also as well, if you are new, please subscribe because there's so much good new content coming on. We've got obviously all these new shows of our new presenters. If you didn't catch Melvin's Highbury Matter show this week, please catch up with that on the channel because that was an amazing show. He had all for Eddie Symes, actually. He wrote the book Gunners and Gooners, which is a great book about a fan's memories of supporting Arsenal from the 1950s all the way up to 2018. So some great stories Eddie had on that show. So definitely check that out. That was really, really good. Obviously Melvin won't be doing a show this Wednesday because it's the game, but he'll be back the following Wednesday for the next episode. And of course, next week, not this week coming up, but a week after, the Arsenal women will be back with the usual panel looking ahead to the start of the WSL season. We've got some new guests coming on for that show as well. So loads coming up on the channel. So I say, please subscribe, please give it a like. Thanks to all you guys for watching. Thanks to all you guys in the chat as well. It's been a pleasure as always. It's even more of a pleasure when we win, isn't it? Ultimately, that's what we want. So but yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. It did finish at the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. Come on, you Gunners. What a great victory in the end. It's hard work, but they're sometimes the more satisfying wins, aren't they, when you have to work for them. We had to work for it today. Come back from behind. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, I will see you all on Monday night for the Arsenal review. So please join us for that. And in the meantime, of course, as always, thanks for watching. Come on, you Gunners. We will see you Monday, and we are top of the league. Thanks for watching, guys. Speak to you later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm sure you will, because it's nice, isn't it? We can look at the league table and it looks good. Take pictures of it because it might not last. So we need to enjoy it. See you Monday, guys. Take it easy. Oh, it's bank holiday as well, isn't it? So enjoy your bank holiday.